Would throw here. Stands back near his own end zone. Fires it out, and Gorkuber's got it. He's up past the 30, 40, midfield, down to the 40. He could go all the way. Oh, my goodness. Here is Talon Witt. He's going to pitch it out. Now it's a pass. Mason Witt wide open as Thomas Hendricks. He's going to go for the touchdown. So it ends up being a Falls. Now the Cardinals look to go on offense here. Here's Julian Ramos. He'll take a shot, and he finds the back. Now I've got a ball threaded through and a chance here. Coming up the left side, and here's a shot and a goal! Send it back over. Rupert with the dig. Simple back setting for Croct. Her hit dug out. Ramsey will set it up to Reller again. Rejected! Oh my! And work the puck back into the outer's end. Thorson trying to bring it out front. Now here's a shot and a score! Now another rebound. That gets blocked. Breakout pass. Thornburg up the right side. He's got room. Takes the shot. Save made. For a forward 1.5 somersault. Pike. He's up high on the... Well, it looked to be fairly solid there.
This move that bail as a release move is a difficult move that they want to see as one of the required skills to her Giants.
Yep, and now off and pretty a fall here for Ty Larson.
Right, worked this into a headlock.
Yep, pretty tight hold here. There you go. Oh, but Talon Witt on the weak side gets the rebound off the Grady Starzl miss. Now driving is Talon at 47-30. Under 11 minutes to go, and now a steal for Roderick to Hagstrom. Samson Hagstrom drives, and then three-point shots, and the Otters trail by just 3 at 14-11. Here's Alexandria's Ali Habala curling into the lane, sends it into the left corner where Toole is open and chills the front court. Here's Habala out top, now driving, feeding off to Helsher on the left wing. Bingo! The Crush already 25-26. That was a 6-2 victory at Detroit Lakes a little more than a week ago. Jackson is our KXRA studio engineer back at Master Control. We wish to thank our boosters of Alexandria Cardinal sports coverage, helping to bring you tonight's broadcast from Dave Torrey Arena at the Municipal Athletic Complex in St. Cloud. Special thanks to Jutner Motors for presenting our pregame show. Jutner Motors will also be the presenting sponsor of the postgame report coming up a little bit later this evening. We appreciate you watching tonight on the Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube. We're able to put together a winter play-by-play schedule featuring 7 different Alexandria Cardinal teams, and we are keeping our fingers crossed that all of those will be live video streamed on the Voice of Alexandria streaming channel on YouTube. You can actually gain access to that by going to our website, voiceofalexandria.com, and look for the invitation to get onto the YouTube stream available to watch live play-by-play of Alexandria Cardinal activities. Let's take our first break during the Jutner Motors pregame show. My conversation with the head coach of the Alexandria girls hockey team, Molly Arola, follows this timeout.
Being locally owned here at the Culvers of Alexandria, Charles Johnson and myself, John Loomis, are very proud to be a part of the community. We enjoy the time we get to spend here, the memories we've made, and we're excited to see you after the game when you need to refuel.
Go Cardinals!
What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles 6 times for a great deal at Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
Banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western, you can bank on us.
Better water starts with EcoWater. Get started today and discover EcoWater's products and expertise for the perfect solution. Visit WeFixWaterMN.com with offices in Alexandria, Fergus Falls, Glenwood, and Morris.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. I'm looking for people who have experience and are willing to work hard. For those that do, you can earn up to 6 figures working for my company. Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and we want to talk to you about your next career with us.
Why do I bank at First Western? Easy. They take care of their customers.
First Western, you can bank on us.
When you come to Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill, you can count on great food, over 30 beers on tap, and a creative drink menu.
Come join us today at Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill in Alexandria.
Good service, good friends, and a great place to eat.
Get great service at Alexandria Motors. Serving your family for generations and generations to come. Stop in for a great deal on your next vehicle. Alexandria Motors. One low price, plain and simple, always.
A broken tooth? Fixed in one appointment? Yes, we do that at Dental Health Associates with our CIRAC crowns. We'll fix your tooth in one appointment, which means less time off work, less time away from your family, and more convenience for you. You're in and out in one visit.
What's your number?
We drove 25 miles to get a great deal at Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
I see generations who are passionate about what they did. I hope that I can leave a legacy of compassion for people and love for family and friends.
Welcome back to the Municipal Athletic Complex and Dave Torrey Arena in St. Cloud. That's where the Alexandria girls hockey team will face the St. Cloud Crush in the Central Lakes Conference matchup.
The head coach of the Lady Cardinals, Molly Arola, is our special guest right now. Our coach's comments feature as part of our Jartner Motors pregame is being brought to you by Alamere Health. It's better here. Molly, your team was able to pass the first CLC test down in Wilmer on Tuesday night. I would think in many ways it had to be a pretty good ride home. Your ladies got the shutout. I think they got at least one goal in each of the 3 periods. As you kind of put a bow on Tuesday's package, if you will, what pleased you about the performance?
Yeah, I think it was great that we were getting as many shots as we were. It's always good when we can start producing, opportunities at least. It also, again, for shutout for Victoria Myers between the pipes was awesome, and had some young girls scoring goals too, and so some really good things that way. I'm going to be a little hard, but I thought we were a little sloppy. Just wanted to see more hockey plays and looking to score more instead of just settling for a shot. So I think that's going to be something that we need to focus on tonight too.
You pointed out getting 51 shots on goal, and I've had conversations with you in the past. As you assess the offensive performance, were there a lot of quality shots, or were they shots where you felt that Brooke Larson, the Wilmer goaltender, was able to make pretty easy saves on?
Yeah, she's a good goaltender, nothing, to take away from her, but I thought we made her look a little bit better, just shooting right in the belly, or, the other thing is we missed the net a lot, or we had a lot of shots blocked, and so that's kind of been a focus too this week, but, we talked about it after the game. Wasn't the most pretty, but it's a win and we'll take it, and anytime you can get a win, you must be doing something right, so we'll take it.
I know that one of the 2 goals that Emily Doherty was able to score was actually an even strength goal with just 4 skaters on the ice for each side. So each team had a player in the penalty box. And we were commentating on the air, and we thought that with the Alexandria team managed to have a 4-on-4 situation, and lo and behold, your kids were able to score. I know that you don't want to see players in the penalty box, Molly, but in those 4-on-4 situations, do you think your team does have an advantage?
Yeah, I think that's a great point. You're right. We do have a lot of speed, and with that, there's a lot of more open ice too. And so that was a nice goal, and that was fun to see. Our young kids see some success on a 4-on-4.
Prior to tonight's varsity matchup in St. Cloud, the Crush hosting the Alexandria Lady Cardinals. JP Bolin is joining me tonight for the broadcast, and he'll be on the commentary and also behind the video camera, so double duty for JP tonight. Molly, I know that when I got together with you for the first time on Tuesday, we talked a little bit about, kind of breaking down your team in terms of positions. We spent some time talking about Victoria Myers as your goaltender on Tuesday night. I'd like to kind of get your thoughts on the defensive partners that she's got in front of her, your blue liners. I look at your roster of defensemen. I know that there are some, such as Casey Short and Tegan Cullen and Peyton Revering, that come back with experience, but I see a lot of numbers by their names that are not 12, meaning that they're underclassmen right now. What are your early season thoughts of what you've seen in 5 games or so out of your defense?
Yeah, I think you mentioned it a little bit. We're kind of half and half. We half veterans, and then half are either rookies or and so it's really fun to see how they're starting to mesh a little bit, at least trying to figure things out together. And when you have that many new kids join the lineup, it can be challenging and hard, which it has been. But at the same time, they're doing really well. They're working hard together, trying to figure things out. And we know it's going to be a season-long process too. But we like where we're at right now. Obviously, just like any start of the season, there's always still little things that we need to tighten up on. But we're in a good place right now. We're just going to keep growing and getting better every day.
I think you shared some notes with me ahead of the broadcast that tonight you plan on rotating 5 defensemen and a couple of other players could see a little bit of playing time. Could that be a common scenario for a lot of the season here, Molly, that you can rely on 5 but yet have a little flexibility that that depth can help out for you too?
Yeah, absolutely. You go into a game with a plan, but you also know that anything can happen in the middle of the game, so things can get changed up pretty quickly, but it's nice to at least have some flexibility in your back pocket to play with.
Tonight, the Lady Cardinals are at the Municipal Athletic Complex to face the St. Cloud Crush. I know that the last time these teams played each other was in the postseason opening round of the Section 8AA tournament last year, where your kids were able to get a win. It seems like St. Cloud and Alexandria usually have some pretty competitive games against one another. They've won some games up at our barn. We've won some games in their barn. And I see that looking at the Crush roster, they've also got a lot of kids back this year. Any idea, intel, scouting report that you have on St. Cloud?
Yeah, you mentioned it. It's always a tough game between us and St. Cloud, and so you never know what's going to happen other than it's always a dogfight for whatever reason. And, I believe they're undefeated right now, 3-0. So, again, they're doing something right, and we got to be coming ready to play.
I'll ask you some keys to the game momentarily, Molly, but I know that the Crush and the Cardinals will only play each other 2 times this year, the return matchup at Alexandria, and then no meeting in the Section 8AA tournament. When the Minnesota State High School League released its competitive section assignments back in April of last year, honestly, I was a little bit gobsmacked that Section 8AA for girls hockey went from 8 teams to 6, and the 2 that are not in the section anymore are 2 of your conference rivals, Sartell Sauk Rapids and the St. Cloud Crush. Did that surprise you that we had 2 teams leave the section without any new ones coming in?
Yeah, it did, but, I don't know if we can have everything surprise us anymore. Anything can happen at any point now, so, no, it did surprise me, and, it is what it is. We can't control how it goes, and so it doesn't change how we play the game or how we prepare, so, but it's going to be important to just start with tonight, and hopefully we can get a win.
Regarding tonight's matchup, what do you identify as some of the keys or essentials for your team to kind of keep this momentum build in the right direction, looking for a 4th consecutive win?
Yeah, momentum is huge. I think you nailed it. And going off of Tuesday, lots of shots and opportunities, which is great. But now, how can we dial it up even more and getting more scoring qualities? Getting pucks through and not getting them blocked so much, and then focusing on D zone a little bit too, making sure that we're being disruptive and not letting them take any quality scoring opportunities on Vicky.
Very good. Molly, thanks a lot for the conversation before the game tonight. You and I will get some more interview practice on Saturday as we'll cover the home game at the Prime West Health Runestone Community Center. But good luck, and hopefully at the end of the night, your team is 2 for 2 in the CLC.
Thanks, D-Mac. Appreciate it.
There is the head coach of the Alexandria Lady Cardinals, Molly Arola, our special guest for part of our pregame show. Again, our coach's comments feature brought to you by Alamere Health. It's better here.
And we come to you from Dave Torrey Arena inside the Municipal Athletic Complex in St. Cloud. Welcome to our broadcast of Alexandria Cardinal girls hockey. The Lady Cardinals trying for their 4th consecutive win. That is also true of Mike Petrosky's St. Cloud Crush girls hockey team, which has started the season with a 3-0 record. A victory at Detroit Lake, 6-2, and then home wins recently against Anoka and Bloomington Jefferson. It's interesting to note, I mentioned Bloomington Jefferson because earlier this week on Tuesday, Jefferson played the Wayzata Trojans, and Wayzata won that game by a final score of 6-0. So Jefferson has played both St. Cloud and Wayzata. Well, it turns out that the 2 opponents in succession on Alexandria's schedule right now are St. Cloud and Wayzata. Wayzata will be visiting the Runestone Community Center on Saturday, and we will have that game for you on our latent media platforms, including KXRA Radio, and also live streaming through the Voice of Alexandria streaming channel on YouTube. JP Boleen, I know that we're still a few minutes away from play-by-play, but I would think this is a game where we might see some scoring opportunities that are converted. I think, Alexandria has some potent players like Amaya Dutton, Emily Doherty, she scored twice the other night. Anna Corinta's very capable of finding the back of the net, but St. Cloud also has some good young talent of its own. I think Liz Bell is one of the notable players. She's only a freshman right now, and she was one of the team's leading scorers last winter.
Yeah, and I mean, both deep here. Both blue lines also can get into the score. And I mean, Alexandria's Tegan Cullen is really speedy and very talented on the blue line, can really work that line well. And she creates shots a lot. She's already had a goal and a couple of assists. But they have a defender as well who can really help push the offense from the back end too. So Brooke Kalkbrenner, I mean, she's got 5 assists and no goals yet this year, but it's just puck-moving defensemen, and that's something that is key on offense. You know, working defense to offense is a dangerous thing to have as a team, and both teams have a lot of players that both teams can work from the back end to the front end too, and that helps the forwards who, obviously, like you mentioned, a lot of talent on both sides as well. I mean, Emily Doherty had 2 goals against Wilmer, and then they got a bunch of shots. They probably could have had upwards of 60 to high 60s if they didn't get blocked so much. So it's just a matter of getting those pucks through, you know, taking those quality chances, as Coach Molly said, and limiting a lot of chances too, because you're going to see a lot more speed and offense than you did on a Tuesday here tonight. So just got to be prepared for that and limit those high danger chances against.
Thanks to Juntner Motors for bringing you our pregame show. Juntner Motors will be along to sponsor the postgame report later tonight. Now on our late media platforms, we'll enjoy a few words from our boosters of Alexandria Cardinal sports coverage. And then we'll be back with the presentation of the national anthem, the introduction of the lineups, and more. But now, these words.
From your first home to a growing family, life keeps moving. Hi, I'm Sarah Iverson with State Farm Insurance. Every change means something new to protect. Let's start a conversation today about your peace of mind. Because like a good neighbor, Sarah Iverson will be there.
Casa Jalisco. Take a trip south of the border to a place where you can savor the flavors of authentic Mexican cuisine. Casa Jalisco offers a true taste of Mexico without the airfare. Casa Jalisco, your Mexican getaway in downtown Alexandria.
Enjoy life at the lake and work for a growing company that offers rewarding careers and cares about your well-being. Agard. We build cool machines and are hiring for multiple positions across the organization. Plus, no-cost health benefits for you and your family.
A successful win isn't about the score. It's about what you put into the game. If a successful win matters to you on the purchase or sale of your property, hard work matters to me. Todd Whiting, Century 21, 766-2200.
Hi, I'm Dr. Emma.
And I'm Dr. AJ. We're the dentists at the Alexandria Dental Clinic, where advanced care meets a family-first approach.
From cosmetic dentistry and Invisalign to restorative work and pediatric care.
Alexandria Dental Clinic, your smile's new best friend.
Hi, Carl Qualley with Qualley Real Estate. Our business approach is based on what we call the 4 E's: experience, expertise, ethics, and energy. Qualities that led us to be voted best real estate company 3 years in a row. Find your real estate coach at Qualley Real Estate, where we protect your money.
CM Woodworks produces high-quality cabinetry and furniture locally, right here in Nelson. See their showroom at 7300 39th Avenue Northeast in Nelson. CM Woodworks. Custom wood creations. Designed for beauty, built for life.
Carlson Music Center, downtown Alexandria. Yamaha pianos and new and used equipment. Lessons and instruction. Learn from the best. Piano and voice to guitar and violin. Carlson Music Center for all your musical needs in Alexandria.
The Tradesman Construction has built a rich history as being the premier, most referred, full-service general contractor in the area. They are a proud supporter of all Alexandria Cardinal teams. Find them online at tradesmanconstruction.com.
Getting in and out of the pharmacy is easy with Trum Drug's app, RX Local. Download the app, choose Trum Drug as your pharmacy, use it for medication refills and reminders. Trum Drug, locally owned, locally loved.
Inside Dave Torrey Arena at the Municipal Athletic Complex in St. Cloud, Alexandria Cardinal girls hockey is on the air. Thanks for joining us tonight as you watch on the Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube. A big thank you to Integrity Title of Alexandria for being a signature streaming sponsor of our Alexandria Cardinal Sports play-by-play all throughout the 2025-26 school year. That includes soccer, volleyball, and football in the fall. That includes hockey, basketball, wrestling, even selected broadcasts of gymnastics and boys swimming and diving in the winter, plus girls swimming and diving in the fall. And we also feature play-by-play of Alexandria Cardinal baseball and fast-pitch softball in the spring. Jackson is our KXRA studio engineer. Jeff James is off tonight, so it's JP Boleen as our videographer and color commentator. I am DMAC Dave McClurg with the play-by-play. I do want to let you know that you are listening to People Radio, KXRA Alexandria, 1490 AM, 100.3 FM, 105.7 FM, audio also through the Voice of Alexandria app. As you watch on YouTube, as you can see a clean sheet of ice right now, the players are about ready to come back onto the ice, and we're just moments away from the introduction of the lineups and also the playing of our national anthem, and we are including that as part of our late media presentation here during the 2025-26 school year. Keys to tonight's game are driven by Alexandria Motors. Together, let's drive with Alexandria Motors. Keys to tonight's match for the Alexandria Cardinals, as Molly Arola mentioned toward the end of our pregame show, the Cardinals need to try to put better quality shots and more of them on the St. Cloud Crush goaltender in tonight's matchup. So that will be one key, and obviously doing well in the defensive zone. That will be another key for Alexandria. Meanwhile, Mike Petrosky, the head coach of the St. Cloud Crush girls hockey team, visited with me for a couple of minutes before we took air tonight, and he noted not a good thing for his team. They've had a penchant to making trips to the penalty box through the first 3 games this year, all victories. St. Cloud has averaged about 8 minutes of penalties. So he notes that really trying to stay with 5 skaters on the ice is going to be essential for his team to have success. He, like Wilmer head coach Eric Centrum mentioned earlier in the week, they're very aware that Alexandria has good team speed overall, so matching that quickness that Alexandria will possess will be a key tonight. The keys to tonight's game presented to you by Alexandria Motors. Together, let's drive. The introduction of the lineups is presented to you by Alamere Health. It's better here. The Alexandria Cardinals will have senior Victoria Myers in goal, 3-2 record, 1.76 goals against average, and a .933 save percentage. The starting defensive pair on the ice, sophomore Danica Waldorf, a 1-point scorer, and junior Tegan Cullen, a 4-point scorer. The forwards for Alexandria will include Emily Doherty, a sophomore with 2 goals this year. Maya Dutton, a sophomore with 5 points this year, 2 goals and 3 assists. And senior captain Jersey Severson, a 2-point scorer. The starting lineup for the St. Cloud Crush includes junior goaltender Jordan Bovey, 2-0 record, 195 goals against average, and a .925 save percentage. The starting defensive pair, senior Reese Ruska, a 5-point scorer with 2 goals, and freshman Regan Stevens, a 4-goal scorer. That represents all her points so far. The forward line will be centered by sophomore Sheridan Stockman, a 3-point scorer with 2 goals. And then on the wings, junior Jaden Lane, a 3-point scorer with 3 helpers, and Josie Longnecker, a freshman who is a 1-point scorer. St. Cloud and Alexandria both 1-0 in the Central Lakes Conference. The Crush 3-0 overall. Alexandria, meanwhile, 3-2. Now we have the presentation of our national anthem brought to you by Carlson Music Center in Alexandria. For all of your music needs, visit online at carlsonmusiccenter.com. Now, the Stars. Again, our national anthem being presented as part of our Leighton Media broadcast tonight by Carlson Music Center in Alexandria. For all of your music needs, including voice lessons, visit online at carlsonmusiccenter.com. As you watch on our Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube, the Alexandria Cardinals once again are wearing their traveling black jerseys, black breezers, red numerals on the back of the Alexandria uniform, red numerals on the sleeves of the uniforms with the white outline around the red numerals, and the word Alex across the front of the jersey. St. Cloud Apollo's high school colors are red, white, and blue. St. Cloud Tech's school colors are orange and black. And St. Cloud Cathedral's school colors are blue and gold. Cathedral is part of the girls hockey co-op that makes up the St. Cloud Crush. Now, when you've got Crush activities, generally the color scheme is going to be orange and blue. So St. Cloud is wearing the white jersey tops with some orange piping and an orange stripe around the St. Cloud uniform. The breezers are blue. The numerals on the back of the St. Cloud uniforms also blue. And then the word Crush across the front of the St. Cloud uniform. Alexandria goaltender Victoria Myers is the one closest to us, so she's down below us slightly to the left. We're situated in the southeast corner of the Dave Torrey, or actually the northeast corner of Dave Torrey Arena for the varsity girls hockey broadcast tonight. Alexandria wins the puck, and then the Lady Cardinals play it out of the zone, but a long pass does not find any forwards, so icing gets called, and we'll have a face-off coming up in the Alexandria end. And it will be Liz Bell battling for the draw against Emily Doherty. Puck gets dropped, and St. Cloud controls the puck. Reese Ruska will cycle it around over toward the right boards. Now it's going to be played back down low. Bell out front trying to center. Alexandria able to clear it away. Maya Dutton able to play it across the blue line and back into the neutral zone. Just underway in our varsity girls hockey matchup. We're in St. Cloud, Minnesota. J.P. Boline and yours truly, D-Mac Dave McClurg, with the coverage tonight. Jackson is our KXRA studio engineer. Long shot from the perimeter, easy save there for Victoria Myers. Now Alexandria breaks out. The Cardinals bring the Skylar Thorson, Emma Basson, Brecklin Ellingson forward line onto the ice for the first time. Defensive partners Peyton Revering and Casey Short are also out on the ice. Here's a shot by Revering. That got deflected. Now Revering's going to feed it down into the corner for Thorson. Now battling for it is Emma Basson, and now St. Cloud comes away with it. The Crush will cross center ice and drop the puck into the Alexandria zone as St. Cloud will change personnel here. Now looking to keep the puck in, Josie Longnecker, and she'll feed it to Avery Mathiasen. I'm sorry, it was Sheridan Stockman. Stockman's shot got deflected by Victoria Myers, so the Crush have the first two shots on goal in tonight's game. Glenwood State Bank will bring you our scoreboard updates tonight. Right now it's Donuts up on the board. Alexandria nothing, St. Cloud nothing. Now the Crush work it back into the Alexandria end. A pass to the left side got broken up here. Bentley Cryle trying to redirect the puck ahead. Cryle part of a forward line that also includes Quinn Hills and Anna Carinta. Now Casey Short will feed the puck over toward Revering. Revering with a backhander back to Short. Casey will play it up the right side for Cryle. Cryle will skate across the blue line, now across the center line and into the offensive zone, but St. Cloud will force her to work the puck around. Now the Crush try to redirect out of their own end. We're now into the third minute of tonight's hockey game. The Alexandria Cardinals trying to work the puck out front, but it got deflected over into the corner. Now a battle for possession along the left wall as Anna Carinta is going for it here. St. Cloud comes away with it as Alexandria will change some personnel here. Now the Crush handle the puck as it's coming into the offensive zone for St. Cloud. Regan Stevens carrying it in, and now Alexandria is going to redirect it the other way, all the way down the ice, and icing will be called. Face-off will be coming up with 14:05 to go in a scoreless first period.
these type of games, they're fast-paced, they're back and forth. It's the ones that, who's going to work the center of the ice best, and that's what's going to come down to tonight. Alexandria early doing a good job keeping those shots perimeter, but it's one of those games. It's going to be keeping the middle of the ice clean from any high-danger opportunities. Also, it's going to be getting quick changes because you're going to be back and forth on the ice, and it's easy to stay out there for more than a minute.
The Maya Dutton, Jersey Severson, Emily Doherty forward line is back on the ice. Doherty working behind the net, trying to bring the puck out front, and now it gets played over toward the right wall, and St. Cloud's able to clear it out. Here comes the Crush back the other way. Regan Stevens will get one on net. Actually, that's Josie Longnecker who works her way into the slot area, and Myers is able to make the save for the Alexandria Lady Cardinals. Faceoff will be coming to Myers' left. Al Maliarola will bring out the Brecklin Ellingson, Emma Bass, and Skylar Thorson forward line, joined by, at the moment, Tegan Cullen and Peyton Revering as the D pair. Coach Arola did mention to me ahead of time that likely 5 defensive players will be rotating on through during the course of this evening's game. Hensley Carlson likely will get some shift time as well. Now a puck gets played to the other end. Alexandria's Victoria Myers will slow it up for Tegan Cullen, who now triggers a pass ahead to Ellingson. Ellingson across the blue line takes the shot. That's blocked. Rebound taken by Alexandria. Cardinals will keep it in. Here's a shot in traffic by Cullen, and the save is going to be made by the goaltender Jordan Bovey. The junior makes her first save in tonight's game.
That was a really good shot there from the point, just shooting into some traffic too. And these are the type, you got a lot of speed, you got a lot of good defensive play between both teams. Getting those shots into traffic and maybe squeaking one by is key too.
Anna Carenta and Jaden Lane battling for the draw, and St. Cloud is not able to get it out. Tegan Cullen tried to put one on the net, but it got tipped over into the corner. A little more than 4 minutes gone in the opening period, and we are scoreless until now, as I think Tegan Cullen sent one airborne, and it got into the back of the net upstairs, and Alexandria's on the board as the Lady Cardinals take a 1-0 lead.
And that's that really good edge work and just working the blue line excellently from Tegan as well. And it's just getting that shot, and she got it through a little bit of traffic, but she opened up that ice for herself, and that was a big reason for the goal right there.
Tegan Cullen with the score. It will be her second goal of the year. It comes at 4 minutes and 15 seconds of the hockey game. As you watch on our YouTube channel, Quality Real Estate brings you our instant replays. And we'll check and see what assists may be given on it, but it's Tegan Cullen with the score. 4 minutes and 15 seconds of tonight's hockey game. And now Alexandria again working the puck in for another chance to play on the offense here. And now the Cardinals tried to keep it in, but it is going to be played back out. And the Cardinals look to come back the other way. Now a couple of changes of personnel. Danica Waldorf and Tegan Cullen as your defensive partners on the ice. I believe the Skylar Thorson, Brecklin Ellingson, Emma Basson forward line on the ice right now for Alexandria. Now the Cardinals looking to play it out, and St. Cloud will go back and now send it the other way. Now the Cardinals looking to get it out of their zone, but pass gets turned over. Here comes Stevens in, and her backhander will tie the score up. Oh, freshman Regan Stevens had a little room to navigate down into the low part of the slot area, and St. Cloud has tied the score up at the 5-minute 44-second mark of this hockey game. So Alexandria's 1-goal lead was rather short-lived.
Yeah, and that's just working the middle of the ice. It was a turnover there on the high on the blue line, and I mean Stevens, she's scored a lot this year. That's her 5th goal already, stepping up in the play, and made a really nice move out in front to be all alone, and then great scorers are great finishers in front of the net, and that was an example of one.
And again, Reagan Stevens is a defender, but she is an offensive-minded defender for the St. Cloud Crush, and the game is now tied at 1. Now the puck comes back the other way. No icing here as Stevens will track the puck down. She's battling Brecklin Ellingson for possession over in the right corner. Now Sheridan Stockman tries to get in for St. Cloud, and Stockman gets it to Regan Stevens. Now across. Here's a shot that may have hit the lead as Reese Ruska was able to fire away. So now the Cardinals will clear the puck out. It'll end up being icing here, and a stoppage and face-off coming up in the Alexandria zone. And it seems, JP, that the tying goal by St. Cloud as the Crush fired up, they seem to be showing a little more buzz on the ice right now.
Yeah, they're working quick right now, and they're getting to those open skaters too, and both teams work the point really well, and I think using their defensemen in the offensive zone is crucial to have a really good offense, and that's been a key here in the first 2 goals for sure.
1-1 our scores. We're about to move 7 minutes into the opening period. Both of these teams are on 3-game win streaks. St. Cloud comes into tonight's game undefeated. Alexandria lost its first 2 games of the year, the opening weekend of the season, but has bounced back with 3 successive victories. Now the Cardinals again trying to work out of their own defensive zone. Here is Jersey Severson playing a pass up ahead to Maya Dutton. Dutton works in her shot, and a blocker save there for the goaltender Jordan Bovey. Now the puck in the St. Cloud end. Cardinals trying to work the forecheck. Now a shot gets redirected here, and then the rebound, I believe, is going to be smothered by Bovey as it came off the back wall. So we're going to have a face-off coming up in the St. Cloud Crush zone. 9:29 is our time remaining in the first period. Alexandria 1, St. Cloud 1. Those are the numbers on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. Face-off will be coming up to the left of the goaltender Bovey as Liz Bell was battling, I believe, Anna Carinta for the, Brecklin Ellingson for the draw here. Puck over in the corner and battle for it. Now the Cardinals come away with it. Comes out to the point. Now a pass across the crease ends up getting tipped back behind the net. Now a scramble for possession here. And now some work along the wall, and here is Emma Basson playing it around, but now St. Cloud will intercept and look to skate out with it. Alexandria and St. Cloud tied 1-1 in varsity girls hockey. We're in the opening period here at the Municipal Athletic Complex in St. Cloud, specifically Dave Torrey Arena. DMAC and JP Boleen. JP filling in for Jeff James tonight on our broadcast. Now Alexandria clears the zone. Here comes Anna Carinta up the left side across the blue line. She'll fire. That got blocked. Now Alexandria will try to retrieve the puck over in the corner, taken here by Bentley Cryle. Cryle will do some work handling the puck along the left wall, dropping it off now, and then it goes back down low, but behind the net. We're now a little more than midway through this opening period with Alexandria and the St. Cloud Crush tied 1-1. Now into the slot area. Here's a shot a little bit wide. Follow up and a blocker save there for the goaltender Bovey. Alexandria has now put 4 shots on the junior goaltender Bovey in tonight's game. Now the battle for possession. St. Cloud is going to poke at it and bring it out of the zone. Now Alexandria is able to meet the St. Cloud Crush in neutral ice and work the puck back into the Crush end. The Cardinals will gradually get their forward line of Emily Doherty, Jersey Severson, and Maya Dutton back on the ice. Here's Jaden Lane trying to feed out front for Josie Longnecker. Pass intercepted by Maya Dutton. Here comes Alexandria back the other way. Now a crossing pass in the offensive end, intercepted here by St. Cloud. And now the Crush trying to come back, but Emily Doherty plays the puck over to one of her teammates and then back out of the zone. Doherty has it once again, skating into the St. Cloud end, and her shot went on goaltender Jordan Bovey, and that will be her 4th save of the night. Now St. Cloud plays it out of the zone. Alexandria intercepts in neutral ice. Hensley Carlson will play it back the other way. Carlson and Danica Waldorf are the defensive partners on the ice at the moment for the Alexandria Cardinals. If you're watching on YouTube tonight, Alexandria is wearing the dark colored jerseys, the black jerseys, black breezers, red numerals, red and white trim. And now we've got a player that goes down for Alexandria. Play will continue on though. Now Peyton Revering was looking to put one in front of the net. Now the Cardinals digging for it back behind Bovey in the St. Cloud zone. St. Cloud tried to play it wide, and now it comes back down low as Alexandria will try to work the forecheck once again. Cardinals 1, St. Cloud Crush 1 here in the opening period. Alexandria got a goal from Tegan Cullen, 4:15 into the hockey game. St. Cloud's Regan Stevens was able to tie the game up barely a minute later. Now the puck gets stopped. The net comes off the foundation over on the west end of the rink here, so that will get reset and allow a face-off to be forthcoming in the St. Cloud Crush zone.
Something that happens a lot of times in these high-paced games is you'll have somebody leak behind your defensive pair and your second or your third layer, and you don't want to get to your fourth layer, which is your goaltender. And Alexandria has allowed St. Cloud to get a couple of players behind one of their defensemen. They've gotten away with it a couple of times here, but you can't be letting that happen. And that's a big thing to help that is just communication too. You know, screaming. You got to let your teammates know that there is a crush behind you, and I think Alexandria, that's something that they just got to fix up here early in this game.
We do have a little more of a longer stoppage than we thought. I think Jordan Bovey trying to get some of her equipment readjusted before we resume play. Face-off will be coming up in the Crush zone. 5:59 is our time remaining in the first period. Alexandria 1, St. Cloud 1. Those are the numbers on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. Now the ensuing face-off won by Alexandria, and a quick shot here and a save is made. That's now 5 saves for Bovey here in the opening period. Now the Crush try to play it out, and here comes St. Cloud getting behind the defense here. Longnecker trying to make the shot, and a save made for Victoria Myers, and she'll squeeze the puck. Boy, let's take a look at that on our YouTube feed here. Quali Real Estate bringing you the instant replay. And freshman Josie Longnecker was trying to give her team the lead. The last line of defense was able to pay off with Victoria Myers making the save.
Yeah, that's just real calm and collective goaltending there from Myers, and keeping that glove up while you're going right to left and sliding. And yeah, just a really good save on a breakaway there.
So we remain tied 1-1, 5.5 minutes to go first period here at the Municipal Athletic Complex in St. Cloud. Alexandria breaking the other way. Jersey Severson looks to fire. That one got tipped over into the corner. Now it's kept in. Shot from the point by Tegan Cullen. That's going to be knocked down, and then eventually Bovey is going to cover up here and create another face-off in the St. Cloud Crush zone. It seems like St. Cloud had some energy right after scoring the goal, but now Alexandria seems to have matched that intensity level.
Yeah, and they're working the puck really well behind the net too, getting some more opportunities, finding open skaters on the circles, and they've had some really good chances all alone on the netminder.
Face off to the left of the goaltender Bovey is Emily Doherty able to win the draw, and here's a shot save made, and then jabbing at it in front I believe is Doherty, and Bovey is able to hang on, so the Cardinals win the face off and immediately get a shot on goal with Bovey making the save.
And that was another thing where Alexandria, they got behind the line of the defense, and they were able to get a great opportunity in front, and good job at trying to get the rebound as well. I think that's something they really worked on this week after that Wilmer game.
Now off the face-off, Regan Stevens tried to control for St. Cloud, and Alexandria player had it briefly, but now Stevens has it back. She's going to skate up into the Alexandria zone where she gets met along the wall by Danica Waldorf. Now Emily Doherty will get in to the corner as well. Waldorf is going to steer the puck over to Tegan Cullen. Up ahead to Doherty. Now to Maya Dutton working up the right side and into the offensive zone. Alexandria will gradually change some personnel here. Looks like you're getting Skylar Thorson onto the ice. So now you've got Emma Basson getting on, and if Brecklin Ellingson is not already on the ice, she should be out there very shortly. Yep, she is on the ice now. So the Cardinals do change that line over. 1-1 our score. Almost 13 minutes elapsed in tonight's game here at the Municipal Athletic Complex and Dave Torrey Arena. St. Cloud will slide the puck into the Cardinals zone. It's played out by Hensley Carlson up into neutral ice. Now redirected the other way by St. Cloud, and the Crush look to come into the Alexandria end. Here comes Jaden Lane handling the puck. Her centering attempt goes wide. Now it's going to be collected here by Brooke Callhammer. And now it's played out by the Alexandria Cardinals up to the blue line and into neutral ice. Now back the other way comes Alexandria, but St. Cloud will intercept the pass near its blue line and play it to the Alexandria end. Now back to retrieve it, Waldorf for the Alexandria Cardinals, sending it over toward the right half wall. St. Cloud's going to keep it low. Kryl will send it over toward Quinn Hills. Now the puck went off of Hills' stick, put into the slot area where it's intercepted here by Peyton Revering. She'll steer it to Kryl, now to Anna Carinta. Then a diagonal pass, but offside is going to be called on the Alexandria Cardinals, and that will stop play. With 3:07 to go in the first, Glenwood State Bank scoreboard numbers at the moment have the score tied 1-1. So the faceoff will be in neutral ice here for the teams.
Yeah, they're going to call intentional offsides since it was a pass to the player who was already offsides into the zone.
So it comes back to the blue in neutral ice, but on the Alexandria side, just outside of the Lady Cardinal blue line.
Yeah, and that kind of call is never going to please the opposing bench as well, and you can tell coach is not too happy about that, but it's just one of those, obviously nobody's intentionally going offsides, but it's something where if you pass it while the player's already in the zone, then it's going to get called every time.
The Alexandria Cardinals do win the draw and work the puck into the St. Cloud end. Again, we're tied at 1 late first period here at the MAC, the Municipal Athletic Complex in St. Cloud. Now the Cardinals cannot keep control of the puck as Reese Ruska tried to play it out, but it's intercepted. Jersey Severson puts one on goal, and a save is going to be made by Jordan Bovey, and now gives her 9 saves in tonight's opening period.
Yeah, really good play there by Alexandria to get the turnover still in their zone too. And right away, Alexandria was the ones who were turning the puck over a little bit too much in their own zone. But St. Cloud has done it a lot here in the bottom half of this first period.
Brecklin Ellingson will look to win the draw here for the Alexandria Cardinals. It may be Jillian Bergstrand trying to get the face-off win for St. Cloud. The Crush do work it out of the zone. Alexandria will gain possession in neutral ice. Now it's going to be played over to Hensley Carlson, and she'll slide it back into the St. Cloud zone. Alexandria scored first on a Tegan Cullen goal at 4:15 of the hockey game. St. Cloud tied the game up approximately a minute and a half later, and we've had no scoring in the last 8-9 minutes of game time. We remain tied 1-1. Now a battle for possession over in the right corner in the St. Cloud zone. The Crush will look to play it out up to the blue line and back into neutral ice. So Alexandria will need to get back on side. The Cardinals will play the puck back in to the St. Cloud end. The Cardinals will change lines here. The Quinn Hills, Anna Carinta, Bentley Kryl line comes onto the ice, joined by Danica Waldorf and Casey Short as defensive partners. Now the Cardinals regain control. Here comes Hills up the left side for the Alexandria Cardinals, putting a shot that was kind of a knuckleball, if you will, toward the net. Not a lot of velocity on it, and the save is made. Now the puck redirected back into the St. Cloud zone. We're about to go under a minute remaining here in the first period, and offside is going to be called on Alexandria, stopping the clock. 1:05 to go in the first. Alexandria 1, St. Cloud 1 in varsity girls hockey.
Game's definitely tightened up a little bit here. Both teams kind of not allowing a whole lot of space in the center of the ice anymore.
Now the face-off outside of the St. Cloud blue line. Emily Doherty challenging Liz Bell here, although I think Mike Petrosky is going to send somebody different in for the draw against the Cardinals. Doherty. And Alexandria does win the face-off. Here is Waldorf sending it ahead. Jersey Severson tried to put one on net, and it goes wide. Now it's going to be kept in by Casey Short. Down low, and on the short side here, a save is made as Emily Doherty was right on the doorstep. Again, for those of you watching on our YouTube channel, Quality Real Estate brings you the instant replay as Alexandria was able to drop a pass in close, but again, Bovey was able to make another save.
Really good pass. I bbelieve that was Jersey Severson there behind the net. They're working behind the net really well, and they do call that, you know, where Gretzky made all his money. It's a great pass, a great chance to get a pass out in front.
And now we have a turnover by St. Cloud, and then Alexandria actually had a player go down. I thought maybe a whistle would be forthcoming with a penalty, but the Cardinals did not get the whistle, and now we're going to have a whistle for icing on the St. Cloud Crush. So face-off will be coming up in the Crush zone. And speaking of making money, Alexandria was able to do some of that. A late first period goal down in Wilmer the other night. I believe that was scored with about 13 seconds remaining in the period. Here you've got the Brecklin, Ellingson, Skylar Thorson, Emma Basson line on the ice for Alexandria at the moment. Now Peyton Revering trying to work for the puck here. Taken by Brecklin Ellingson. She'll fire a little bit high. And then rebound here. The Cardinals get it. About 8 seconds to go. Tegan Cullen putting one on net. That got blocked. She's got it back. Just a few seconds remaining in the first period. And it looks like we're going to move out of the first, and neither team has the lead. Alexandria and St. Cloud each scoring once in the opening period. So the visitors and the host Crush are all even through one. Alexandria 1, St. Cloud 1 in varsity girls hockey. As we do for our hockey broadcasts all throughout the 2025-26 school year, we do the Eldon's Fresh Foods mid-game report between the second and third periods of our varsity hockey coverage. So that will be ahead a little bit later as we get closer to 8 p.m. here in the Granite City. JP Boleen is filling in for Jeff James tonight on the commentary as part of tonight's Alexandria girls hockey broadcast. This is DMAC and Dave McClurg inviting you to stick around. We're going to have a first period recap, comments, and much more straight ahead. Right now on our latent media platforms, we enjoy these words from our boosters of Alexandria Cardinals sports coverage.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. I'm looking for experienced, hardworking people to join my company. When you work for us, you'll be home every night, no overnight hotels. Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and we want to talk to you about your next career with us.
Life can sometimes feel like you're navigating through construction. You hit a detour, run out of gas, or you're going the wrong way on a one-way street. But Lakeland Mental Health Center is here to help you get back to the right path. Visit lmhc.org. Help today for a better tomorrow.
Where you start today is not where you'll finish tomorrow. At Alexandria College, we know you have big plans for the future. Find your calling and be a legend.
Dentistry at the Center knows all about busy schedules, and that's one of the best things about having 3 dentists. We have more appointment times available, so we can see you sooner. So, for dentist appointments to fit your schedule better, come see the friendly folks at Dentistry at the Center.
I'm a nurse at heart. I mean, I went into this to take care of other people.
What we say as nurses and as teammates matters here.
Come on over, you'll love it. You will get to experience so many things and help many people.
Cardinals fans, did you know that Cenex Midtown Express has a gas pump designated to support Alexandria Public Schools? For each gallon purchased, 2 cents will be donated to the schools. Pump up your pride at Cenex, your local hometown choice in Alexandria and Garfield. Owned by the community, supporting the community. As the seasons change, so do the needs of your car. That's when Alexandria drivers turn to Mike and Josh at Precision Auto. From simple tune-ups to major repairs, trust a pro. Precision Auto on 8th and Nokomis, Alexandria.
Trum Drug has things in every aisle that you won't find anywhere else, and many of them are made right here in Minnesota. Stop in and grab something for yourself, a friend, or family. Trum Drug, locally owned, locally loved.
If you haven't experienced all new Woodies, you're missing out on the best clean in town.
We installed all new equipment and high suction vacuum service,
but kept our personalized touch with our pre-wash and hand drying service.
Get your shine on
at Woody's Car Wash in the heart of downtown Alexandria.
We are in between periods 1 and 2 of Central Lakes Conference Varsity Girls Hockey from the Municipal Athletic Complex, Dave Torrey Arena in St. Cloud, along with J.P. Boleen and our studio engineer at KXRA Radio, Jackson. This is DMAC Dave McClurg. We welcome you to our broadcast, whether you're watching tonight on the Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube, or you're doing the traditional method of listening to the game on the radio. Either way, we appreciate your company tonight. Alexandria and St. Cloud all even at 1. And JP, a game where I thought Alexandria maybe had the edge in play as the period went along, but obviously St. Cloud, to its credit, was able to pounce on an Alexandria turnover and cash that in to wipe out Alexandria's early 1-goal lead.
Yeah, I think we saw why Regan Stevens has, before this game, 4 goals from the blue line, now added her 5th this year. A lot of talent on that blue line. They've got a couple of players with multiple points, and you got players who are dangerous to step up in the offensive play. I mean, it's tough to cover, and that was just one of those talent plays that Stevens showed. Made a nice toe drag out in front to shake the defender, and then shook Victoria Myers in net as well, and made a backhand goal. But Alexandria did a really good job rebounding from a little momentum that St. Cloud, they got, and they were able to just create some turnovers too and get a lot of opportunities. They had, a lot of high danger chances that honestly we didn't see on Tuesday even, and we saw a lot of good passing, crisp passing that maybe they could have worked on before, or earlier in the period too, that they struggled with a little bit in their own zone. They cleaned that up, and they really dominated the latter half of the opening frame, and a huge save from Victoria Myers on a breakaway as well with the glove, and they kept it a 1-1 game. And I, selfishly as a former goaltender myself, I think big saves add so much momentum to a team, and it just gives the team a little boost as well. So.
Scoring recap up to this point. Again, 1 goal for each side, and all of the scoring was done in the first 6 minutes of the game. Tegan Cullen able to take a shot from the point. She sent it upstairs in the upper left corner of the net. It got past Jordan Bovey. That was at 4 minutes, 15 seconds of the hockey game, and for Cullen, her 2nd goal of the year. Alexandria's 1-goal lead didn't last very long, though, as Regan Stevens again was able to get that Alexandria turnover in the Cardinals zone, and she was able to work her way in and was able to slip a shot past Victoria Myers. That was at the 5:44 mark of the first period, and for the freshman Stevens, her 5th goal of the year. 1-1 the score at that point, and that's where we're at right now through 17 minutes of tonight's game. Shots on goal in the opening period, Alexandria had 11, St. Cloud had 4. So Myers has made 3 saves, including the one on the breakaway, as Josie Longnecker was trying to give St. Cloud a 2-1 lead in the latter stages of the first period, but Myers was able to make the stop. Meanwhile, Bovey with 10 saves through 17 minutes for St. Cloud. JP, I want to get your thoughts, because I know that Mike Petrosky, the St. Cloud Crush head coach, mentioned to me ahead of time he knows that Alexandria has some good overall team speed. How do you feel that his team is matched up with Alexandria's speed?
they've got some players that can really compete with Alexandria. I think we saw that right away in the period, too. It was back and forth a lot, but what Alexandria did so well in that period was just control and have possession. You know, they weren't allowing St. Cloud to get those breakouts, and that's when, you know, the speed players really thrive, is, you know, in the neutral zone, creating the breakouts and entering the offensive zone. And Alexandria just didn't allow them to get a whole lot. And that's what created a lot of turnovers in St. Cloud's zone. And I think Alexandria, you know, they are showing their speed in the O zone tonight. Around the net, behind the net, they're creating a lot of plays from behind the net. And when you can do that with success, it's so hard to defend. And it's, you know, it's shown that St. Cloud has not been, they didn't have an answer there in the second half of that period, right in front of their net and in the center of the ice. So if Alexandria can keep that going, I think they're going to pop in a couple of more and just keep being sound defensively as well.
Very good. Alexandria 1, St. Cloud 1. That's the score after 1 here at Dave Torrey Arena inside the Municipal Athletic Complex in St. Cloud. Again, a little bit later, we'll have our Eldon's Fresh Foods mid-game report. That will be forthcoming between the second and third periods of tonight's Alexandria girls hockey coverage. Now on our late media platforms, including our YouTube channel and KXRA Radio, we enjoy these words from our boosters of Alexandria Cardinals sports programming.
Who do you turn to if you or a loved one is experiencing a mental health crisis? We're here. Region 4 South Mobile Crisis Team will come to you by calling 701-364-0431.
Fresh, family, locally loved. Eldon's Fresh Foods. Eldon's Fresh Foods.
For over 30 years, Northland Buildings has been providing quality post-frame buildings to customers, serving clients across the upper Midwest since 1994. Northland Buildings. Quality buildings built tough for the Northland.
Northland Buildings.
I just get a great satisfaction when I hear the relief in a customer's voice that they've been helped. They always feel it's an inconvenience when they call us. It's like, it's never an inconvenience. We love helping our customers.
At Viking Bank, we're invested in your journey.
Resorts Marine in Osikis. Check us out for new and used boats, pontoons, UTVs, and golf carts. For the whole outdoors, shop us first, shop us last, just shop us. Resorts Marine and Outdoors in Osikis.
Why do I bank at First Western? Easy. They take care of their customers.
First Western. You can bank on us.
What's your number?
We drove 25 miles to get a great deal at Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
Being locally owned here at the Culvers of Alexandria, Charles Johnson and myself, John Loomis, are very proud to be a part of the community. We enjoy the time we get to spend here, the memories we've made, and we're excited to see you after the game when you need to refuel. Go Cardinals!
Better water starts with EcoWater. Get started today and discover EcoWater's products and expertise for the perfect solution. Visit WeFixWaterMN.com with offices in Alexandria, Fergus Falls, Glenwood, and Morris.
The players are about set to re-enter the arena here in St. Cloud with the second period on the way. Alexandria 1, St. Cloud 1. It's opening night for the Alexandria boys hockey team. The Cardinals are in the Northland to take on the Bemidji Lumberjacks. Then Saturday, Alexandria's boys hockey team will be on the road at Orono before hosting St. Michael Albertville in the home opener Tuesday night at the Prime West Health Runestone Community Center. Our first Alexandria boys hockey broadcast of the winter will be from the Prime West Health RCC. That will be on Tuesday, December 2nd, when the Cardinals host the St. Cloud Cathedral Crusaders in a 7 o'clock varsity start. That will be one of 7 regular season Alexandria Cardinal boys hockey broadcasts that we'll have on the air. Assuming Mother Nature doesn't throw too many wrenches into the plan, the goal is to have 7 Alexandria girls hockey regular season games, 7 Alexandria boys hockey regular season games, 7 Alexandria girls basketball regular season games, 7 Alexandria boys basketball regular season games, 3 Alexandria Cardinal boys wrestling matches, plus 1 boys swimming and diving event, and 1 gymnastics event. The gymnastics event will actually be St. Cloud versus Alexandria coming up on Tuesday night, December 9th at the Alexandria Gymnastics Center inside Discovery Middle School. The boys swimming and diving competition that we'll have on the air will come up toward the end of January, one of the last dual meets of the regular season when the Alexandria Cardinals traveled to Detroit Lakes for a Central Lakes Conference dual meet with the Lakers. The goaltender for the St. Cloud Crush, Jordan Bovey, is now closest to our vantage point. Again, when we come to broadcast at the Municipal Athletic Complex, we are situated in the northeast corner of Dave Torrey Arena. If you're watching on YouTube, the sheet of ice is basically east-west. So we're kind of in the northeast corner of the arena. So Victoria Myers, the senior goaltender for the Cardinals, is now the farthest goaltender away from us. So JP, I know it's a little bit selfish, but we wouldn't mind seeing a lot of scoring close to us here in this middle period.
No, it'd be a preference, of course. Then we can get a great view, too, of the goals, and hopefully plural here in this period.
I like that spirit there. Liz Bell will be on the ice to try to win the face-off against Alexandria's Emily Doherty, and the second period is underway. Again, the Crush will be skating now down to the far end of the ice. Kelsey Carlson with the puck for St. Cloud. Now it's going to be taken in neutral ice by Alexandria. Emily Doherty with a nice backhander to Jersey Severson, who shot it a little bit wide. Long rebound comes out to neutral ice. Maya Dutton, by the way, also on the ice is a forward for Alexandria. And the Cardinals have Tegan Cullen and Danica Waldorf as the defensive partners on the ice. St. Cloud's D partners on the ice at the moment include Reese Ruska, and I believe Regan Stevens out there as well. Those two are very offensive-minded defensive players for St. Cloud. Oh, a nice pass down low, then a crossing attempt over to Maya Dutton, and her shot got deflected. Oh, some pretty passing in close to the goal by Alexandria, but the Cardinals could not get the lead. Maya Dutton now with the puck for Alexandria. Back out, shot from the point by Cullen, and it's a stick save here for Bovey. Now St. Cloud's Reese Ruska takes the puck. She'll skate out of the zone. She puts it into the Alexandria end. And now the Crush will make a line change here. Looks like the Sheridan Stockman, Jaden Lane, Josie Longnecker forward line will be on the ice for the Crush. I believe Brooke Callhammer and Aaron O'Hara, a couple of defensive players out on the ice right now for St. Cloud. Now the puck in neutral ice, and Ruska gains it at her own blue line. Now looking to play the puck ahead toward Lane. Jaden Lane got met along the wall in the Alexandria zone. Puck squirts out to the blue line, but not out of the zone. St. Cloud will keep it in the Alexandria end, but now it gets poked away. Possible break the other way for Alexandria. Save made. We're going to have a penalty called as Emma Basson was racing the other way. And as you watch on YouTube, Quali Real Estate bringing you the instant replay. And the first penalty of the night will go against the St. Cloud Crush at a minute 59 of period number 2.
Really good turnover again there for Alexandria, just able to poke check the puck away, and good speed there from Alexandria. There's our speed that we talked about as well, and just a really good save. It's hard for a goaltender to stay up on a shot, especially when you're one-on-one with the shooter, so really good save there.
Brooke Callhammer off at a minute 59 for slashing, so the Cardinals on the power play. Emily Doherty, Maya Dutton, Jersey Severson, Tegan Cullen, and Danica Waldorf on the ice, along with goaltender Victoria Myers. Alexandria unable to keep the puck in the zone. Kelsey Carlson and Liz Bell out for penalty kill at the moment for the Crush. Regan Stevens and Erin O'Hara also out on the ice. Now Dutton will drop it off to Emily Doherty, and the Cardinals will set up. Out at the point, Cullen has it. She'll back up, looking for a lane possibly to shoot. No, she passes to Maya Dutton. Dutton has it on the left side. Now back out top to Danica Waldorf, who then slides a pass over to Dutton, now to Cullen, but she could not keep it in front of her, and it's going to go wide back into the neutral zone. So Alexandria is required to get back onside. Tegan Cullen will work in deep. Oh, a nice one-timer across to Emily Doherty, but her shot got stopped. St. Cloud's going to clear it the other way. We're a little more than a minute into Alexandria's first power play of the night. We've now moved past 3 minutes. Time elapsed in the second. Alexandria 1, St. Cloud 1. Here's a shot whistled high off of the stick of the Cardinals' Brooklyn Ellingson. She's on the ice now along with Anna Carinta and Emma Basson, also joined by Skylar Thorson as part of this power play for Alexandria. Thorson has the puck in neutral ice. Now over to Brooklyn Ellingson into the offensive zone. Ellingson will fire, and the save is made by Jordan Bovey. So Alexandria's gotten a couple of chances here on this power play. Still 20 seconds remaining in the player advantage. Sheridan Stockman will try to win the draw against Alexandria's Anna Carinta in the face-off circle to the left of the goaltender Jordan Bovey. And the draw is won by Alexandria. The Cardinals have it. Here is Ellingson handling it. It goes down low toward one of the defensemen. Now Ellingson has it back. Now it comes out top to Basson. Basson will fire, and she scores! With just 1 second left on the power play. And Alexandria is able to get a special teams goal to go in front by a count of 2-1. Again, Quality Real Estate bringing you the instant replay for our YouTube audience. Alexandria used nearly every second of the power play, and the conversion comes at 3:59 of period number 2.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was a deflection out in front, but there on the screen at least was Anna Carinta, but a really good, pass to find some open ice, and they gave a lot of room there on to get a clean shot on the circle. So really good end of the power play there for Alexandria, who had a couple of chances on that advantage, but they get one last second.
Emma Basson will get credit for the goal here for Alexandria, and we'll try to get the update on the assists. It's a power play goal for the Cardinals. They had less than a second remaining in that player advantage, and Emma Basson was able to score to give the Alexandria Cardinals a 2-1 lead. So now the puck back into the Alexandria zone, and the puck will now be sent out to neutral ice. Looks like Anna Carinta will get the assist on the Basson goal. Now another centering pass in front. It went off the stick of Bentley Cryle. Now a scramble, and Bovey with her body down on the ice right now basically protected the puck as it slid into her body, and she's able to make the save. Face-off will be coming up in the St. Cloud Crush zone.
Yeah, really good pass there from Doherty, able to get that out to the center of the ice, and weren't able to get a shot right away off of that, but after a goaltender went down, they did get a couple of opportunities, but a good recover there.
And they have now credited a second assist on Emma Basson's goal. Brooklyn Ellingson and Anna Carinta will get assists. So for Emma Basson, her first goal of the season, she is a sophomore for Alexandria. And then the assist to Anna Carinta and Brooklyn Ellingson. For Ellingson, her first helper. For Carinta, already her fourth helper in game number 6 of the year. And for the second time tonight, Alexandria has a 1-goal lead. Let's see if the Cardinals can build on this lead. Now the puck back into the zone. I believe the official scoring time, according to the information I'm seeing on the Max website, 3:58 will be the time of the goal, because the penalty occurred at 1:59 of the period, and there was still 1 second of penalty time on the clock when Basson scored. So by the slimmest of margins, that ended up being a power play goal for Alexandria. And that may be the first power play goal that the Lady Cardinals have had this year.
Yeah, and it was a good possession, power play for Alexandria, too. They opened up the passing game. They've done such a good job tonight and, this season, just being able to pass and find some open ice.
Moments ago, Victoria Myers was able to make a save, her 4th of the night to this point of the hockey game, and we've played about 20 minutes, or actually 23 minutes. Alexandria has an edge in shots on goal, 16-5. Now the Cardinals coming back the other way. Brooklyn Ellingson has it. Now it's knocked off her stick. Now a battle for possession along the back wall, and Reese Ruska will come away with it, and now she'll skate across both blue lines. She'll look to take a shot. Myers with the save, scramble in front, turnaround shot. Oh my! Somehow St. Cloud did not get the tying goal there, as I think Myers may have altered the shot, but holy cow. JP, I know that you're showing the instant replay for the YouTube audience there. I'm rather amazed. It looked like the rebound was pretty juicy there for St. Cloud to follow up.
Yeah, the rebound actually went off of a skate of Alexandria, as it looked like, popped out into the center ice. They found a backdoor pass, but Victoria was able to just get that leg pad out there, and a really good save from the Alexandria netminder. That's 2 highlight reel saves.
Yeah, and she is now up to 5 saves tonight. St. Cloud won the face-off, and the shot by Aaron O'Hara out near the point was saved, and now St. Cloud will put another shot on Myers, and the save is made here. That will stop play with 10:08 to go in the second. It's Alexandria 2, St. Cloud 1. Those are the numbers in girls hockey on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. Face-off will come to the left of Victoria Myers. Liz Bell trying to win the draw against Anna Corinta of the Lady Cardinals. And the Cardinals try to work the puck out of the zone. Now get it up to the blue line and back into neutral ice. Now Alexandria looking to come the other way. Bentley Cryle trying to gain possession of the puck. Gets poked off her stick. It comes back to neutral ice. Now working in Quinn Hills. Drops it off for Corinta. Then it comes back out. Now a shot a little bit wide off the stick of Peyton Revering. Now we've got puck back behind the net. Tegan Cullen trying to fire in front. That got deflected away. Cullen gets it back, takes a shot from the short side, and then a backhander by Hills may have gone off the left pipe. Alexandria looking to keep the pressure on. Shot tipped in front, but that goes a little bit wide. Kryle's going to get to it. Now another shot from the perimeter. That goes wide and then takes a bounce off the back of the net. Now the Cardinals looking to do some work over in the right corner. Here's Anna Corinta gaining possession here, sending it back out, and now it's turned over at the blue line. Here comes it's Ella Gebhardt back the other way on a break, but her shot was not on target, fortunately for Alexandria.
Yeah, it's just trying to do too much there on the blue line. That's the danger, and a good poke check and opportunity there for St. Cloud, but just missed the net.
Now the Crush looking to come back the other way, and now a pass got poked off the stick of a Crush player. We're now midway through the hockey game, about 8.5 minutes remaining in the second. It's Alexandria 2, St. Cloud 1. Both of these teams have won 3 games this year. In fact, both are on 3-game win streaks. Alexandria 3-2. St. Cloud has won all 3 that it has played so far. Now St. Cloud will work the puck back into the Alexandria Cardinals zone. Now the Cardinals look to bring it out, and here's a pass that comes ahead. Now taking it is Maya Dutton in the offensive zone. Off to Emily Doherty. Doherty along the goal line, now feeding back out. Working in is Cullen. Back to Doherty. Centering pass went off the side of the net. Doherty has it back. Now to Cullen firing. Bovey with the save. Backhander goes over toward the right wall, kept in the offensive zone. Nice work briefly, but St. Cloud is able to push it back to neutral ice. 2-1 Alexandria with the lead in girls hockey. We're in the second. J.P. Boleen and yours truly, D-Mac. Dave McClurg with the call. Now a shot elevated and the save is made by Jordan Bovey. She'll drop it off for Regan Stevens. Then up ahead, working her way through is Reese Ruska. But then a pass got blocked. Breakaway the other way. Here's a shot by Basson, and that's going to be saved by Jordan Bovey. Now the puck cleared back the other way. It got tipped off a player's stick, so no icing here. Alexandria will have to go back to play the puck. Now it's going to be taken along the right half wall in the defensive zone, and now cycled around by St. Cloud. Under 7 now to go in the second. Here's a scramble in front. Initially a shot taken out near the point by Brooke Callhammer, and then I believe a rebound was available for Liz Bell, but a save is made and play will be stopped. 6:44 our time remaining now here in the second period.
Yeah, we can take another look here at that breakaway chance, but another turnover there from St. Cloud, but Alexandria with a really good breakaway opportunity there, trying to turn it into something, but also a really good defensive play by Alexandria to avoid Stevens from getting a shot.
So now the puck comes back into the St. Cloud Crush end. Alexandria trying to keep it in the Crush zone. Bentley Cryle will tap it over into the corner, trying to connect with one of her teammates. And now the puck gets cycled around over to the left side. Now some work done along the wall. Defenseman Aubrey Schuler will get to it for St. Cloud and play it out of the zone. Alexandria looks to regroup. Now Emily Doherty trying to weave her way through a couple of defenders, and she had the puck taken off her stick, sent back into neutral ice. Now the Cardinals look to set it up. Here is Doherty feeding in front. A one-timer by Dutton, never found the target because the shot attempt got deflected. Now it's going to be swept the other way, and we may have an icing here on St. Cloud as the whistle comes. Ella Gebhardt just sweeping it away to try to relieve Alexandria's pressure. Shots on goal at the moment have Alexandria with 19, St. Cloud with 10. The Cardinals have the edge in the goal column, 2 for the visitors, 1 for the host St. Cloud Crush. Faceoff will come to the left of Jordan Bovey. Sheridan Stockman and Emily Doherty will battle for the draw. The Cardinals win it, and here's a shot right on Bovey, and the save is made. Kind of a subtle thing. We don't give it a lot of airplay necessarily, J.P. Boleen, but it seems like Alexandria's won a good share of the faceoffs tonight.
Yes, they have, and possession is, it starts from the faceoff, obviously, and when a team can get that possession constantly and, retain it, it just wears out the other team a lot of times, too, and that's happening right now.
Now Jersey Severson tried to send a centering pass across toward Maya Dutton. St. Cloud redirects the puck back to the other end. Now it's Hensley Carlson going back to get it, playing it out to neutral ice. St. Cloud has to get back on side and is unsuccessful, and that's going to stop the clock with 5 minutes and 16 seconds to go here in period number 2. We do want to remind you that you are listening to People Radio, KXRA Alexandria, 1490 AM, 100.3 FM, 105.7 FM, audio as well through the Voice of Alexandria app. Thanks for watching tonight on the Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube. Special thanks to Integrity Title of Alexandria for being our signature streaming sponsor of our Alexandria Cardinals sports play-by-play all throughout the 2025-26 school year. I think we mentioned it earlier during the broadcast. We have the privilege and the pleasure of covering 7 different Alexandria Cardinal varsity sports teams during the winter season alone, including gymnastics and boys swimming and diving. It's girls hockey on the air tonight, and right now Alexandria has a 2-1 lead in St. Cloud. Both of these teams seeking to start the CLC schedule at 2-0 on the air. Regan Stevens able to get the pass out at the point. Her shot got tipped, and that will stop play. Faceoff will be coming up in the Alexandria zone. And the Alexandria Cardinals will bring the forward line on the ice, which includes Anna Carenta and Quinn Hills, along with Bentley Cryle. St. Cloud's going to counter with the forward line of Liz Bell, Ella Gebhardt, and Kelsey Carlson. 2 freshmen and a sophomore on that line right now for Mike Petrosky, St. Cloud Crush. Now the puck slides back into the St. Cloud zone. Bentley Cryle will walk in from the short side. Her shot deflected, and then a rebound. Oh, they say it didn't cross the goal line. I don't know. It looked different from up here, and now Bovey is going to squeeze her glove on the puck. And JP, we've got to look almost right along the goal line, elevated here. I thought that puck got completely across the goal line. I know you're doing a quick review on the video monitor here.
Yeah, that's pretty close right there. It went off the pad. It was actually an incredible effort there from the goaltender for St. Cloud, but that looked like, if there was a replay, I think that might have been overturned. But it was one of those plays where the puck was over the line, possibly in the air. So, I mean, when you got a live look at it as an official, I don't know how you call that a goal. But, yeah, that was as close as it gets, that's for sure.
Yep, so it's still a 2-1 Alexandria lead as we're about to go under 4 minutes remaining in the second. The Lady Cardinals trying for their 4th consecutive victory. St. Cloud trying for its 4th consecutive victory as the Crush have yet to be defeated this year. Jersey Severson back behind the net, tried to lead a pass to Maya Dutton. Now it's kept in. Save made. Rebound by Dutton, and she got stopped by Jordan Bovey. Now clearing attempt. It comes out to neutral ice. Alexandria works back in. Here comes Tegan Cullen across, feeding toward Maya Dutton. A one-timer not successful, but Alexandria is able to keep the puck in the St. Cloud zone. Boy, it seems like Alexandria really dictating the flow of the game right at the moment. Unfortunate that the Cardinals only have a 1-goal lead right now. It could be bigger.
Yeah, they're just out racing St. Cloud right now, and St. Cloud looks really fatigued at the moment. I think Alexandria's just wore them out in this period, and they're just surviving right now. And thanks to their goaltender there, it's just a 1-goal game.
Now they lose puck in the slot area. Backhanded attempt here by defenseman Danica Waldorf, and that never found its way on net. Rebound goes a little bit wide. Now a scramble over in the left corner. Again, St. Cloud really on its heels now, being pressed in its own zone. And now here is Kelsey Carlson trying to get the puck out of the zone. She finally does. Alexandria will look to get back on side, and the Cardinals will play it back in with 2.5 minutes to go in the second. Here's a centering attempt, and then a shot by Quinn Hills a little bit wide to the left of the goal. Now Sheridan Stockman tried to play it out. It goes toward Kelsey Carlson, and icing will be called on St. Cloud. And JP, that might have been a situation where St. Cloud needed to ice the puck because, again, it seems like the Crush players, and this is not their fault, it just looks apparent that they've been in their own end too long and maybe getting a little gassed.
Alexandria's just stuffing any breakout attempt that St. Cloud is trying right now, too, and that's just wearing them out right now. I mean, the speed of Alexandria is killing right now.
Again, down to about 2 minutes to go in the second. Here's Reese Ruska gaining possession of the puck. She'll skate ahead, cross center ice, and slide the puck back into the Alexandria Cardinal zone. Alexandria has now doubled up the shots on goal. Unofficially 22 for the Cardinals, 11 for the host Crush. I guess it's only reflective. We also have a score that has Alexandria doubling up St. Cloud. 2 goals for the visitors, 1 for the hosts. We're down to about a minute and a half remaining here in the second period. Now Regan Stevens gains possession of the puck. She tries to work her way in, but had it taken off her stick. Nice work there by Alexandria. And now the Lady Cardinals will slide the puck into the St. Cloud zone as a line change is made. The Jersey Severson, Maya Dutton, Emily Doherty forward line on the ice here. Doherty intercepts the clearing attempt at the blue line, and now St. Cloud will try to play it out, but the Crush unsuccessful here. Here's a pass into the slot area. That got broken up. Now Maya Dutton has it, sending it across to Julia Doherty. Now it's going to be kept in low. Casey Short trying to center it. That got broken up. Severson now tries to feed toward Doherty. That's intercepted here by St. Cloud's Jaden Lane. Now back to neutral ice. Under a minute remaining here in the second. It's Alexandria 2, the St. Cloud Crush 1. Now the Lady Cardinals go back to retrieve the puck. It's played along the right half wall, now back out to neutral ice. Regan Stevens has it near the center line. Ahead now to Liz Bell. Bell will feed it across now for Ella Gebhardt. Then back behind the net, the puck goes. Down to 20 seconds to go here in the second period. Alexandria up by a goal. Regan Stevens will try to carry it into the Alexandria zone. She'll look to take the shot. That got deflected by Emily Doherty. She'll play it out of the zone. Possible break here. Coming in Maya Dutton to beat the buzzer. And her shot is saved by the goaltender Bovey, and that will end up being her 21st save of the night. So Alexandria will take the lead into the third period by the slimmest of margins. The Cardinals won period 2 by a score of 1-0. So it's Alexandria 2, the St. Cloud Crush 1 at the end of 2 full periods of Central Lakes Conference hockey in the Granite City. Be sure to stay close. Following a few words from our boosters of Alexandria Cardinal sports coverage, we will get rolling with our mid-game report presented to you by Eldon's Fresh Foods after these words.
When you come to Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill, you can count on great food, over 30 beers on tap, and a creative drink menu.
Come join us today at Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill in Alexandria.
Good service, good friends, and a great place to eat.
Get great service at Alexandria Motors. Serving your family for generations and generations to come. Stop in for a great deal on your next vehicle. Alexandria Motors. One low price, plain and simple, always.
A broken tooth? Fixed in one appointment? Yes, we do that at Dental Health Associates with our CIRAC crowns. We'll fix your tooth in one appointment, which means less time off work, less time away from your family, and more convenience for you. You're in and out in one visit.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. Most of my crew has been here for decades.
The reason I've been here for so long is I love the variety and I love the different tasks throughout the day. A chance to operate many different pieces of equipment in any day.
Working here, I definitely like working with the crew. The guys are involved in training you and definitely help developing you as a person.
If I was looking for a place of employment, I would definitely apply here.
Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and I want to talk to you about your next career with us.
What's your number?
We drove 25 miles to get a great deal at Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
I see generations who are passionate about what they did. I hope that I can leave a legacy of compassion for people and love for family and friends.
There is a man, an insurance man, located in the birthplace of America, where he is committed to helping you find the best coverage for your needs.
Welcome. I'm Keith. When you think of insurance, think of Bill Marks, where we do the shopping for you.
Jetner Motors, your best price dealer. Make your Jetner Motors your best price dealer.
From your first home to a growing family, life keeps moving. Hi, I'm Sarah Iverson with State Farm Insurance. Every change means something new to protect. Let's start a conversation today about your peace of mind. Because like a good neighbor, Sarah Iverson will be there.
As we bring you the mid-game report presented to you on our latent media platforms by Eldon's Fresh Foods in Alexandria. Live, love, local. Shop Eldon's Fresh Foods, especially with the Thanksgiving feast just around the corner. Eldon's is located at 3rd and Tacoma Streets in Alexandria. Open 7 days a week for your shopping convenience out in front of the Thanksgiving holiday from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Here, Alexandria has a 1-goal lead at 2-1. The Cardinals have not trailed in this game. Alexandria and St. Cloud were tied 1-1 at the end of one, and then the Lady Cardinals did all the scoring in period number 2. Emma Basson with a power play goal at the tail end of a power play. I believe there was just 1 second left on that player advantage, and the Cardinals were able to get the special teams goal to give them the 1-goal advantage. And you know, J.P. Boleen, I don't want to keep leaning back on, you know, Jordan Bovey's efforts and everything like that. She ended up making 10 saves in that period. The scoreboard numbers have her for 22. That might be, or 22 shots on goal for Alexandria. So 20 for the game for Bovey. But boy, it seemed like Alexandria just really dialed up some nice pressure against Bovey. And again, if you're Alexandria, you're happy it's a 1-goal lead. You were hoping maybe it would be a multiple goal period, though.
Yeah, and one was a close call too. I mean, it was arguably across the line, whatnot. But the only if you're going to be nitpicky about scoring opportunities, a lot of one-on-one chances with the goaltender, and they're shooting a little bit in the chest. But I mean, when you don't have much time, if you're going to wait and try to pick a corner, you're going to lose the puck. So they're shooting right now, and Bovey's being a really solid piece back there for St. Cloud. Probably the only reason that they're not trailing by more here tonight. But Alexandria, they're getting those A-plus chances. They're not shooting into shin pads as much. Still a couple, and a couple of them have led to a couple of St. Cloud chances too. And, that's the danger of shooting into shin pads when you're on the point too. And so it's just finding that open skater, and they've done a really nice job of that here tonight and working the center of the ice. They wore out St. Cloud in that period. That's the biggest thing.
I'd like to ask, as kind of a follow-up to that observation, if you are the St. Cloud Crush right now, obviously intermission comes at a very good time, and probably a couple of extra minutes tacked on to the intermission because we had the chuck a puck in between the second and third periods. But if you're Mike Petrosky, the head coach of the Crush girls hockey team, what might you be saying right now?
I mean, you just got to control it. They're trying to do too much in the passing game right now for St. Cloud. They're not, making those short, easy passes. That happens a lot of times, especially in high school hockey, boys or girls. When you're trailing, when you're facing a team that might be a little faster and a little more skilled than you try to make those special long passes, those cross ice or, rink-wide passes, especially out of your own zone. That's a no-no. I mean, you can't be making long passes. When you're worn out too, you got to make those short, easy passes. That's a lot like football too. When you need to just get something going, short, easy passes and get the puck up the ice. But Alexandria has been able to just crush really any, no pun intended, really any breakout attempt so far here tonight, especially in that second period, and that'll wear you out. I mean, when you're stuck in your D zone, when it's hard to get out, that's going to wear everybody out, from forwards to defense all the way to the goaltender. And thankfully, you got apparently a well-trained goaltender back there who has good adrenaline right now. So if you're a Crush fan, but yeah, it's just Alexandria's doing a really nice job, suffocating Crush right now.
Yeah, Jordan Bovey, the netminder for St. Cloud, she entered the game having won 2 of her team's 3 games this year. Goals against average 1.95 and a save percentage of .925. So, some of the numbers that she put together through her first couple of starts seem to be rather parallel with what Alexandria has done. 2 goals out of 22 shots. And again, the GAA might be going up slightly. Of course, Alexandria would like to see that goals against average go up maybe a little bit more in period number 3.
Yeah, and I mentioned it a little bit in the pregame, but finishing is one of the hardest things to do in hockey, and it's something that Alexandria can really work on early in the season, and it's just adjusting and working on that in practice. A team that can then finish all the scoring opportunities you have. That's why teams end up, hoisting the state tournament, the state championship at the end of the year. It's those teams that can finish best.
Let's go through the scoring recap here again. Alexandria leading this game by a 2-1 score after 2 periods. Tegan Cullen got the scoring started for Alexandria. An even strength goal at 4:15 of the hockey game. It was her second of the year. St. Cloud tied the game up not that long after when Regan Stevens converted on an Alexandria turnover. The Cardinals gave up the puck in their own end, and Stevens took advantage. She kind of worked her way into the low slot area and got her shot past Victoria Myers at the 5:44 mark. So 1-1 the score after 1, and then Alexandria was able to get on the power play Brooke Callhammer got called for slashing as Alexandria was trying to convert on a breakaway. So the Lady Cardinals went on the player advantage, and with just 1 second left in the power play, Emma Basson scored her first goal of the year. And that power play score was assisted by Anna Carinta and Brecklin Ellingson. And that gave Alexandria a 2-1 lead at 3:58 of the second, and we had no further scoring in the period. Shots on goal in the second, the Lady Cardinals had 11 for a two-period total of 22. St. Cloud had 7 shots on goal in the second for a two-period total of 11. So to this point, Jordan Bovey, the junior goaltender for the Crush, has made 20 saves out of 22 Alexandria shots. Meanwhile, Victoria Myers has been tested a little bit more tonight than she was at Wilmer. She was able to record a 5-save shutout down at the Wilmer Civic Center. She won't get a shutout tonight, but so far she's allowed just 1 goal in 11 shots. And, you talk about it's tough to finish off shots and everything. And, up to this point, I think all of Alexandria's goals had been even strength. So it's got to be encouraging when you get one on a power play.
Yeah, and when you can get special teams going, and they've been really good, on the penalty kill, so that's special teams. But when you can get that power play going, I mean, you're not only, you're getting teams to worry about taking a penalty, they're going to play a little more timid. I mean, especially when you're not able to check. So teams are going to play maybe a little less aggressive. If you're a team that when you're on the power play, it's almost an automatic goal. Yeah, you're gonna be having teams play a little different against you, and when you have a power play that is lethal, Alexandria has the speed and the defense. The quarterbacking. Tegan Cullen is really good quarterbacking the power play, working the blue line. It's dangerous. So it's just a matter of finishing, because they had a couple of chances early in that power play too, but they were able to get one in the second left.
So Alexandria has a 2-1 lead. So far tonight, through 34 minutes, the Lady Cardinals have stayed out of the penalty box. I hope I didn't throw the DMAC jinx out there, but we have to give you the facts. And I'm not making stuff up here. It's not fake news. As the President of the United States seems to say a lot in the course of time. No fake news. Alexandria, no penalties in the first 2 periods of the game. St. Cloud has had just 1 penalty for 2 minutes, and Alexandria converted. So that power play goal is the difference maker right now, as Alexandria leads the Crush 2-1 with the 3rd period on the horizon. That is your mid-game report, presented to you by Eldon's Fresh Foods in Alexandria. We're going to take a break. We'll enjoy these messages on our Leighton Media platforms, and then JP and I will return for period 3 of Alexandria girls hockey after this timeout.
Take a trip south of the border to a place where you can savor the flavors of authentic Mexican cuisine. Casa Jalisco offers a true taste of Mexico without the airfare. Casa Jalisco, your Mexican getaway in downtown Alexandria.
Enjoy life at the lake and work for a growing company that offers rewarding careers and cares about your well-being. Agard. We build cool machines and are hiring for multiple positions across the organization. Plus, no-cost health benefits for you and your family.
A successful win isn't about the score. It's about what you put into the game. If a successful win matters to you on the purchase or sale of your property, hard work matters to me. Todd Whiting, Century 21, 766-2200.
Hi, I'm Dr. Emma.
And I'm Dr. AJ. We're the dentists at the Alexandria Dental Clinic, where advanced care meets a family-first approach.
From cosmetic dentistry and Invisalign to restorative work and pediatric care.
Alexandria Dental Clinic, your smile's new best friend.
Hi, Carl Qualley with Qualley Real Estate. Our business approach is based on what we call the 4 E's: experience, expertise, ethics, and energy. Qualities that led us to be voted best real estate company 3 years in a row. Find your real estate coach at Qualley Real Estate, where we protect your money.
CM Woodworks produces high-quality cabinetry and furniture locally, right here in Nelson. See their showroom at 7300 39th Avenue Northeast in Nelson. CM Woodworks. Custom wood creations. Designed for beauty, built for life.
Carlson Music Center, downtown Alexandria. Yamaha pianos and new and used equipment. Lessons and instruction. Learn from the best, piano and voice to guitar and violin. Carlson Music Center, for all your musical needs in Alexandria.
The Tradesman Construction has built a rich history as being the premier, most referred, full-service general contractor in the area. They are a proud supporter of all Alexandria Cardinal teams. Find them online at tradesmanconstruction.com.
Getting in and out of the pharmacy is easy with Trum Drug's app, RX Local. Download the app, choose Trum Drug as your pharmacy, use it for medication refills and reminders. Trum Drug, locally owned, locally loved.
When you want your closing to go as smooth as possible, ask for Integrity Title. We may be a bit obsessed about our jobs and the details that go into it, but that's what makes us such a good choice for your real estate closing. Ask for Integrity Title, the title closing geeks.
A sledgehammer might be an apparatus that you use to break up rocks. I know that they have some sort of apparatus on the St. Cloud Crush uniforms, you know, trying to break down those rocks. Maybe it's a sledgehammer or a mallet or some other similar device. I say that because for our radio audience, we lead out of our breaks with what we call bumper music, and we just got a little Peter Gabriel bringing us back to St. Cloud for the start of the third period as the Alexandria Lady Cardinals and the St. Cloud Crush are about ready to resume play. The visitors have a 2-1 lead. Couple of other notes to let you know about. Opening night for the Alexandria boys hockey team was this evening in Bemidji. The host Lumberjacks blanked Alexandria 3-0. That was the score up at the Bemidji Community Arena. So for a second straight season, the Alexandria boys hockey team's regular season begins with a loss to the Lumberjacks. Last year it was in Alexandria at the Runestone Community Center. This year it's at the Bemidji Community Arena. Bemidji and Alexandria are now common opponents in Section 8 AA, so the Jacks get a key regular season section win over Alexandria by a 3-0 score. Our first broadcast of Alexandria boys hockey on our Leighton Media platforms will be Tuesday night, December 2nd, when the Alexandria Cardinals host St. Cloud Cathedral at the Prime West Health Runestone Community Center with a 7 o'clock start. Looks like Alexandria will have defenseman Danica Waldorf and Tegan Cullen on the ice. I believe the forward line of Emily Doherty, Maya Dutton, and Jersey Severson will be out there. Regan Stevens and Reese Ruska will be the blue liners for the Crush. And then you'll have the forward line of Kelsey Carlson, Ella Gebhardt, and Liz Bell on the ice. Bell is a 4-point scorer for St. Cloud through 3+ games. Stevens and Ruska now 5-point scorers, as is Brooke Callhammer for St. Cloud. But right now it's Stevens with the only point of the night for St. Cloud on her unassisted goal back in the first period. Now the puck gets into the Alexandria end and
into the breezers of a
yes.
Alexandria player. I think it was. Not sure, but
yeah, so the puck did a disappearing act, and after it's retrieved, we'll have a face-off to the left of Victoria Myers. Bell and Doherty battling for the face-off, and Emily Doherty's able to track the puck down. She'll drop it off to Tegan Cullen. Cullen will send it out of the zone to Jersey Severson. Now a push pass toward Doherty. Back to Severson, firing on net, and it gets tipped as one of the St. Cloud players in the shot lane was able to block. Now Alexandria collects it again. Here's Tegan Cullen trying to feed off toward Jersey Severson. Puck gets played into the corner. Now a battle for possession along the right wall, and the Cardinals are not, or they do keep it in. Maya Dutton will feed across to Emily Doherty, and her shot got saved by Jordan Bovey. Now back out, kept in, onside. Cullen looks to feed toward the net. Now it comes back out. Taking it here is Waldorf, sending it to Cullen. Now a pass centered in front, and now a shot attempt again by Cullen. That got blocked. St. Cloud being put into its own zone here, and now the Crush will relieve the pressure as the line change will be made. Cullen will feed it up ahead, but it gets turned over. Here comes St. Cloud, a 2-on-0, and a save is made for the goaltender Victoria Myers. As you had Stevens and Jaden Lane there. Quality Real Estate bringing you the instant replay on our YouTube channel. And again, Alexandria had no defenders back except Victoria Myers, and she was able to arguably come through with one of her biggest saves of the night.
Yeah, she took the right angle there, just disrupted the pass attempt and stuffed it right there. That is exactly what you're taught to do as a goaltender. That was a perfect save.
So her 12th save of the evening may have been her most important save, as it preserves Alexandria's 1-goal lead. Casey Short will now feed a pass up ahead. You've got the Skylar Thorson, Emma Bass, and Brecklin Ellingson forward line on the ice for the Lady Cardinals right now. Centering pass gets broken up. Casey Short and I believe Peyton Revering are the D partners out on the ice. Revering has it for Alexandria. Now looking to feed in front. Puck bounces around, and now the Cardinals look to put it on net, and it gets tipped over into the corner. 2-1 Alexandria with the lead. We're early in the third period inside Dave Torrey Arena at the Municipal Athletic Complex. JP Boleen and yours truly, Dave McClurg, with the play-by-play. Jeff James, the man with 2 first names, will be back with us on Saturday for our Alexandria girls hockey coverage when the Lady Cardinals host Wayzata at 2 o'clock. Now the Cardinals again keeping St. Cloud in deep. Alexandria controlling the puck. Here's Hensley Carlson along the back wall. Stumbled just a bit. Now looking to work her way in is Anna Corinta for possession of the puck. St. Cloud has a couple of players working along the wall. I believe one of them is Brooke Callhammer. Now the puck slides over to the left corner. Carlson now to Corinta. Back out top. And now we've got a puck that gets sent toward one of the Alexandria forwards, and St. Cloud is able to play it out of the zone. Here comes St. Cloud's Jaden Lane. She'll drop a pass into the Alexandria end while St. Cloud makes the line change. The forward line of Liz Bell, Ella Gebhardt, and Kelsey Carlson is now back, or actually it's a little bit of a hybrid line. Liz Bell and Cora Hutchinson out on the ice right now for St. Cloud. Avery Mathiasen also out there as well. And now a puck comes toward the goaltender Bovey, and she'll stop it. Creating the face-off with nearly 4 minutes gone here in the third. Alexandria leads St. Cloud in girls hockey 2-1. Face-off will be coming to the left of the goaltender Jordan Bovey. And again, I believe it'll be Emily Doherty trying to win the face-off here against Liz Bell. Puck cycled around, and now Regan Stevens gives it up, and the Lady Cardinals tried to play it out front, but pass went wide and back the other way. Now here is Cullen getting to the puck for the Alexandria Lady Cardinals. It's along the right wall in the defensive zone. Now it comes back to Tegan Cullen. Up ahead to Emily Doherty. Now the puck poked off her stick, but Jersey Severson recovers it, tries to work her way through, and now Severson will fire a little bit wide as the puck came back onto her stick. Now St. Cloud will clear it back the other way. The puck will go sliding into the Alexandria end, where Peyton Revering will track it down. Now it comes up, and Doherty looking to feed it ahead. Now it gets intercepted, and it's coming the other way. Here's Reese Ruska with a backhand. That got deflected off the stick of Peyton Revering, and then Myers will slide it over toward the right half wall. Now 5 minutes into this third period. Alexandria 2, St. Cloud 1 on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. The Crush will keep the puck in the Alexandria zone. Now it's up toward the blue line. Tia Ward trying to keep it in, but it gets played out. Now Ruska will go back to retrieve it for the St. Cloud Crush. She'll drop it back into the Alexandria zone. Slowed up by Victoria Myers for defenseman Danica Waldorf. Now it's going to be taken by Alexandria. Here is Brecklin Ellingson trying to work it ahead. And St. Cloud will redirect. Now Hensley Carlson has the puck for Alexandria back in her zone. It's going to be played over toward Emma Basson. Basson had a power play goal in the second, which is standing up as the go-ahead goal, but now we have a turnover. And St. Cloud gets a shot. A rebound is there, but it's going to be collected by Ellingson for Alexandria. Oh, the Cardinals got lucky after a turnover in the defensive zone. Now a battle for possession, and the Cardinals will send it back the other way, and this will be icing. Stopping play with 10:52 to go in the third period. And J.P. Boleen, it seemed like for the first time in a while, Alexandria was the team that was looking a bit fatigued.
Yeah, and that, I mean, it started just because of some, sloppier passes and just throwing the puck up the ice. They were doing what St. Cloud was doing later in the second period, just not making those easy short passes in the breakout game and working way too much in the center and giving St. Cloud some life.
Alexandria wins the draw. Here comes Tegan Cullen up the ice. She'll take a shot right on Bovey, elevating that shot toward the Crush goaltender, and she'll make the save. Alexandria now with the shots on goal advantage of 28-15, and we're a little more than 6 minutes into this third period, but still a tight game as Alexandria leads by a score of 2-1. Scoreboard updates tonight being brought to you by Glenwood State Bank. Now the Cardinals looking to keep the puck in the St. Cloud zone, but the Crush will play it back to neutral ice. Tegan Cullen will go to retrieve the biscuit, sending it over toward Anna Corinta. Corinta now looking to connect with one of her teammates, but St. Cloud gains possession. Now the Crush have it. Here comes a pass up the left side. Reese Ruska working in, but I think Liz Bell may have stepped across the blue line too soon. Offside will be called on the Crush. So the face-off will be in the neutral zone. 10:05 is our time remaining in the third. Alexandria leading St. Cloud in varsity girls hockey. It's the Lady Cardinals 2, the Crush 1. Face-off won by Alexandria as Emily Doherty able to win another draw. Now the puck in through neutral ice. St. Cloud retrieves it. Now it's going to be played up ahead. Tipped by Jaden Lane back into the Alexandria zone. Now the Cardinals will play it out. It goes all the way to the other end where one of St. Cloud's defensemen will go back to play it. Now the Cardinals, Hensley Carlson sends it to one of her teammates back behind the net. Alexandria controlling the puck here. Now Emily Doherty will drop it off into the direction of Jersey Severson, out toward Carlson, and the puck is going to be broken up. And now a play the other way as Jaden Lane was trying to send it into the offensive zone. Now a clearing attempt gets intercepted. Walking in is Stevens. She hit the post, trying for her second goal of the night. That one may have gone off the crossbar there, preventing the St. Cloud Crush from tying the game. Now battle for possession. Severson trying to possess along the left wall. Alexandria not able to clear the puck out of the zone. Now it is played out of the zone by Danica Waldorf. We're approaching the midpoint of the third period. Now under 9 minutes remaining in regulation time.
Yeah, Alexandria's just getting a little sloppy with the passing right now. They're just throwing the puck softly. It's just not making crisp passes, and St. Cloud is getting a couple of turnovers here and get a couple more scoring. They're giving St. Cloud life here in this period so far.
Yep, but so far the Crush have not gotten the tying goal, and we're going to have a pass that gets played to the Alexandria end. Myers will drop it off here for Tegan Cullen, and Alexandria looks to break out. Up the right side comes Skylar Thorson, crossing into the St. Cloud zone. She stumbled a bit as she tried to get off a shot that got tipped off the stick of a St. Cloud Crush hockey player. We now go under 8 minutes remaining in regulation time. Next goal in this contest is going to be very, very important. It's going to either level the score at 2 or Alexandria is going to grab a 2-goal advantage. And then time would definitely be an ally of Alexandria. Stoppage comes as the puck goes out of play. Faceoff will come in the St. Cloud Crush zone. Anna Corinta looking to win the draw here against Liz Bell of St. Cloud. Now looking to gain possession here. Alexandria does have it. Now here's Quinn Hills looking to take a shot. That went into traffic, never making it on the goaltender, Jordan Bovey. Bovee so far tonight with 27 saves unofficially for the hosts. But her St. Cloud Crush trails on the scoreboard right now. It's 2-1 for St. Cloud. Alexandria once again getting the puck into the St. Cloud end. Here's a scramble in front, and oh my, Jordan Bovee able to smother the puck. Alexandria had a couple of forwards in front trying to tap one in to make it a 3-1 game, but the play is stopped, and we'll have a face-off forthcoming. Molly Arola will bring back the Jersey Severson, Amaya Dutton, Emily Doherty forward line on the ice. Doherty will battle for the face-off. She's won a lot of face-offs tonight for Alexandria. And the Cardinals looking to gain control of the puck. Severson has it. Out now to Peyton Revering. Revering back to Severson, and now the Crush tipped the puck back to neutral ice. Here's Reese Ruska feeding up ahead, and now coming into the offensive zone is Josie Longnecker. Longnecker got stopped on a breakaway by Victoria Myers earlier tonight. Now the puck redirected back into the Alexandria end. Casey Short will send it back to neutral ice. Now here comes St. Cloud. Reese Ruska up the right side, working in close, feeding in front, but the pass intercepted by Jersey Severson. She'll end up icing the puck here, but that will stop play and allow Alexandria to briefly catch the breath, change some personnel, and get some fresher bodies back onto the ice.
Yeah, they just got to get back to their game that they had in the later parts of the first and most of the second period. Just, controlling the puck, making those quick, easy passes, making a better breakout, and they're giving a lot of space to St. Cloud right now.
Off the face-off, the Crush tried to play a shot toward the net. It got tipped. Now we've got a pass that nearly got turned over in the slot area. Tegan Cullen feeding it now across over into the direction of Danica Waldorf. 2-1 Alexandria with the lead. We're about to go under 5 minutes remaining, third period. D-Mac and J.P. Boleen bringing you the play-by-play tonight. Here comes Cullen working her way up the ice. Her shot got blocked. St. Cloud looking to come back the other way. Now a battle for possession, and the Crush will tap the puck into the Alexandria Cardinals zone. Victoria Myers stops it. Will send it over toward Tegan Cullen. Played up ahead now toward Emma Basson. Basson into the offensive zone. Emma Basson with the puck in the left face-off circle, playing it back out now to Tegan Cullen. Cullen looking to fire. That one will go a little bit wide. Now a clearing by St. Cloud, and Hensley Carlson will redirect it back into the Crush zone as Alexandria got back on side. Now pass into neutral ice, but Anna Corinta working in, and a wrist shot save made. She jams at the puck, the whistle blows, and play will be stopped. So Jordan Bovee was able to keep that biscuit from going across the goal line.
Yeah, there's some good pressure from Alexandria, and you just got to get this draw here and just keep it in their zone right now. Alexandria is just getting stuffed right now by their goaltender, but they're getting the opportunities. You just got to work on finding the open ice.
Off the face-off, the puck goes over along the left wall. Quinn Hills, Anna Corinta among the players battling for it. Now the puck gets cycled around. Alexandria with a 2-1 lead as we go under 5 minutes remaining here in the third period. The winner of this game will be 2-0 in the conference and will have a 4-game win streak as this night is over. Here's a centering pass intended for Anna Corinta. That got broken up. The Cardinals keep it in the zone. Now handling it here is Hensley Carlson, trying to work her way to the net. St. Cloud will tip it back out. Now here's a centering pass. That gets broken up. The Cardinals will again keep it onside. We're now down to less than 4.5 minutes remaining in regulation time. Alexandria with a tenuous 1-goal lead at 2-1. Now the puck back behind netminder Jordan Bovee. St. Cloud will play it wide over to the left half wall, but again Alexandria looking to keep it down low. The Cardinals will play it in front. The centering attempt actually got blocked by a St. Cloud player. Now under 4 minutes remaining in regulation time, Alexandria holding a 2-1 lead. Now here's Claire Gimbel getting a shift here. putting one toward the net, but that one got sent wide. Looks like Maya Dutton getting back onto the ice along with Emily Doherty. Here's a shot, save made, scramble in front. Doherty will feed it out. Now here's Claire Gimbel looking to fire, and that one goes a little bit wide. Puck kept in the St. Cloud zone. Here is Danica Waldorf finding one, and that one was deflected. And now St. Cloud will get whistled for icing, and that will stop play with 3:19 to go in the third. Alexandria 2, St. Cloud 1 in varsity girls hockey. Our scoreboard updates tonight being brought to you by Glenwood State Bank. Here's Sheridan Stockman looking to win the faceoff against the Alexandria Cardinals. I believe Emily Doherty once again looking to claim a draw here. And the Cardinals do come away with it. Here is Severson feeding in front, shot in traffic, and it never made it to the goaltender. Again, a lot of bodies in front of Bovey, and the puck gets cleared out. Now St. Cloud's Reese Ruska coming the other way. She tried to center, but it got broken up. Jersey Severson recovers the puck for Alexandria. Now coming back into the St. Cloud zone. She'll look to fire, and that one is blocked. Now here's a chance. Nope, Peyton Revering couldn't get a shot off. Her stick got met by the stick of Reese Ruska. Ruska now working back into the Alexandria zone. St. Cloud looking for the equalizer. Here's Jaden Lane, unable to keep it in. Now Alexandria will end up freezing the puck, sending it the other way for an icing call as we're down to 2:31 to go here in period 3. Alexandria still leading by a 2-1 score.
So a couple of really good defensive plays from Alexandria, though. Tegan Cullen on a 2-on-1 played it perfectly and avoided that pass out to the center.
Now the Cardinals unable to play the puck out. Here is Danica Waldorf getting it ahead towards Skylar Thorson. It crosses the blue line, but then St. Cloud's Cora Hutchinson will come back in, and offside is the call. So now we'll have a neutral zone face-off. Clock stopped with 2:19 to go in period 3.
Yeah, and Alexandria has done a really nice job on the draw on the face-off circle tonight. This period, St. Cloud's definitely improved in that, and it's led to a couple of more opportunities for the Crush.
Here comes Emma Basson handling the puck into the St. Cloud zone off to Brooklyn Ellingson, and her shot finds goaltender Bovey, who will make the save. And for the junior, Jordan Bovey, she's now up to 32 saves on the night. Fortunately for the visitors, 2 have gotten past her. Emma Basson in the second, Tegan Cullen in the first, and it's a 2-1 Cardinals lead. Now we have another shot off the face-off. That one never made it on net. And now the puck cleared back the other way, and I think it will go far enough for icing, and that will stop play. We'll see if... I don't think Coach Mike Petrosky is going to take the timeout quite yet. I think he'd like to see his team get the puck into the offensive zone before considering that 6th attacker. Right now the faceoff will come in the St. Cloud Crush end, and it looks like Anna Corinta is set to battle for the faceoff against the Crush's Liz Bell. And again, Alexandria able to control the draw. And from the point, here's Tegan Cullen's shot, and the save is made by Jordan Bovey. That now gives her 33 saves on the night. Victoria Myers, the senior goaltender for Alexandria, with 13 saves, including just 2 here in the third period. Off the face-off, another shot, this time by Maya Dutton, and the save is made. So, JP, I know that 103 seconds is still quite a bit of time, but if Alexandria can keep the puck down in that end, that would be good news.
Yeah, and keep winning draws right now. St. Cloud did win this one, and they took it out, and now a big-time penalty kill coming up.
Yep, and we're going to have a tripping call coming up here, and that means Alexandria is going shorthanded. So this might be the opportunity for Coach Petrosky to take that timeout and maybe get the 6th attacker on the ice, and I think that's exactly what's going to happen. The time of the penalty will be 15:24. Anna Corinta getting the gate, 2 minutes for tripping. So St. Cloud is about to go on the power play for the first time in tonight's game. JP, I know that there have been instances where we thought we might have some infractions called, but I think St. Cloud, to its credit, has accomplished one of its goals, and that's not to take as many penalties. They had been averaging about 8 penalty minutes a game. Right now they're sitting at 2, and they're about to get a special teams chance.
Yeah, and to the refs' credit, too, they've been letting the girls play here tonight, and it's been a nice, aggressive Central Lakes Conference battle tonight, and a fun one to watch for sure. But yeah, I mean, that's one of those plays. It's late in the game. It's a pretty obvious trip, and Alexandria's just got a big kill right now. But St. Cloud, I think, if they do take a couple more penalties, this score is a little different just because how much pressure Alexandria has put on them, especially in the second period and more towards the last couple of minutes of this third. But it doesn't matter anymore because thanks to their goaltender, it's a 1-goal game, and under 2 minutes to go, they got a big-time opportunity. Alexandria is on the kill for the rest of the third period.
Now, it's interesting to note, even though the faceoff will be coming in the Alexandria zone, Coach Petrosky is going to put his goalie back in. So it's going to be a 5-on-4. Oh, now the goalie's coming off. 6 skaters out there. I was thinking too many players on the ice. But Reese Ruska, Jaden Lane, along with Liz Bell, Sheridan Stockman, Regan Stevens, and Brooke Callhammer are the 6 on the ice. Alexandria has 4 skaters for penalty kill. Tegan Cullen along with Emily Doherty, Hensley Carlson, and Maya Dutton. So it's a 6-on-4 situation, and the Cardinals clear the puck out of the zone.
And if you want a silver lining for Alexandria, you can dump the puck as much as you want, and here's a chance for the Cardinals.
Yep, clearing attempt, and Maya Dutton tried to feed it on to one of her teammates, but now St. Cloud's coming the other way, and Cullen will redirect the puck to Maya Dutton. She'll clear it the other way, and this is going to be an empty net goal. So the Cardinals will get the insurance marker shorthanded with 1:07 to go.
And that's just, that's the bright side of having a penalty late in the game and being able to have an empty net to shoot at from the other side and, not risk having to icing there too. So good job by the Cardinals. What a play by Tegan Cullen defensively to avoid or to get that turnover in their own zone and get the puck over there. And Alexandria is able to go up by 2 at a huge spot.
Yep, it'll be a shorthanded goal, an empty net goal. Maya Dutton will score the goal. That will be her 3rd of the year. I believe Tegan Cullen will get 1 assist. I don't know if a second helper will be on the way, but Alexandria now in good shape, leading by a score of 3-1. St. Cloud works the puck back into the Alexandria end. Again, this is still a power play for the Crush for the last half minute unless St. Cloud does score a goal. Now the puck is going to be sent up to the blue line, not sent out. No assists on the Maya Dutton goal. She'll get the empty netter, so her 3rd of the year gives Alexandria a 2-goal lead. Now the puck along the wall, and St. Cloud is unable to keep it in.
Alexandria is going to get another penalty if they touch the puck.
Yep, down to just 5 seconds remaining. I don't think the Cardinals have any interest in touching the puck. Now Victoria Myers will put the glove on it as the horn sounds, ending this game. So Alexandria, the visiting Lady Cardinals, now have a 4-game win streak and snap St. Cloud's season-opening 3-game win streak. Tonight's final on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard reads Alexandria 3, St. Cloud 1. The Lady Cardinals, in defense of their Central Lakes Conference Championship, now off to a 2-0 start in league play this year. And Alexandria at 4-2 after the 2 opening defeats to start the regular season. So Molly Arola's team on a nice roll right now as the Alexandria Cardinals have won 4 straight since the 0-2 start. So this one has gone final. Good news for Alexandria. The Cardinals prevail by the 3-1 score. We're going to take a short timeout along our late media platforms. Then we will return to start up the Jutner Motors postgame report. That's going to include a player interview and much more straight ahead. Right now, we enjoy these words from our boosters of Alexandria Cardinal sports coverage.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. I'm looking for experienced, hardworking people to join my company. When you work for us, you'll be home every night, no overnight hotels. Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and we want to talk to you about your next career with us.
Life can sometimes feel like you're navigating through construction. You hit a detour, run out of gas, or you're going the wrong way on a one-way street. But Lakeland Mental Health Center is here to help you get back to the right path. Visit lmhc.org. Help today for a better tomorrow.
Where you start today is not where you'll finish tomorrow. At Alexandria College, we know you have big plans for the future. Find your calling and be a legend.
Dentistry at the Center knows all about busy schedules, and that's one of the best things about having 3 dentists. We have more appointment times available, so we can see you sooner. So, for dentist appointments to fit your schedule better, come see the friendly folks at Dentistry at the Center.
I'm a nurse at heart. I went into this to take care of other people.
What we say as nurses and as teammates matters here.
Come on over, you'll love it. You will get to experience so many things and help many people.
Cardinals fans, did you know that Cenex Midtown Express has a gas pump designated to support Alexandria Public Schools? For each gallon purchased, 2 cents will be donated to the schools. Pump up your pride at Cenex, your local hometown choice in Alexandria and Garfield. Owned by the community, supporting the community. As the seasons change, so do the needs of your car. That's when Alexandria drivers turn to Mike and Josh at Precision Auto. From simple tune-ups to major repairs, trust a pro. Precision Auto on 8th and Nokomis, Alexandria.
Trum Drug has things in every aisle that you won't find anywhere else, and many of them are made right here in Minnesota. Stop in and grab something for yourself, a friend, or family. Trum Drug, locally owned, locally loved.
If you haven't experienced all new Woodies, you're missing out on the best clean in town.
We installed all new equipment and high suction vacuum service,
but kept our personalized touch with our pre-wash and hand drying service.
Get your shine on
at Woody's Car Wash in the heart of downtown Alexandria.
Who do you turn to if you or a loved one is experiencing a mental health crisis? We're here. Region 4 South Mobile Crisis Team will come to you by calling 701-364-0431.
Fresh, family, locally loved. Eldon's Fresh Foods. Eldon's Fresh Foods.
I just get a great satisfaction when I hear the relief in a customer's voice that they've been helped. They always feel it's an inconvenience when they call us. It's like, it's never an inconvenience. We love helping our customers.
At Viking Bank, we're invested in your journey.
Welcome back to the MAC, the Municipal Athletic Complex in St. Cloud, and our Jutner Motors post-game report. Good news for the Alexandria girls hockey team. The Lady Cardinals, the 3-time defending Central Lakes Conference champions, has started their league schedule at 2-0. Alexandria gets a second road victory in the conference. Tonight's final at the Municipal Athletic Complex, Alexandria 3, St. Cloud 1. Along with our studio engineer back in Alexandria, Jackson, and our on-site commentator and our videographer, JP Boleen, I am DMAC Dave McClurg. JP is up in the press box right now. I've gone down to ice level where we're going to get together with our Quality Toyota Cardinal Athlete Player of tonight's game. That is the senior goaltender, Victoria Myers of the Alexandria Lady Cardinals. Our interview feature is brought to you by Quality Toyota of Fergus Falls. How far would you drive for a great deal from Quality Toyota? What's your number? Visit online anytime at qualitytoyota.net when you want to check out the selection, or the next time you visit the community of Fergus Falls, you can stop by their showroom during regular hours on West Lincoln Avenue. Victoria, first of all, congratulations. Great to be visiting with you for a couple of moments. I know our interview is on YouTube as well, but for the radio audience that is not watching tonight, what is your number in terms of the jersey number that you put on game night?
I'm number 1.
And has number 1 been the jersey number that you've had now for a couple of years?
Yes, it has.
Any special meaning for wearing jersey number 1?
Not really, just that number 29 was taken.
Excellent. Victoria, your team was able to earn a victory here tonight in the Granite City. I know you ended up with somewhere around 14 saves on the night, but you stopped a couple of breakaways. I think the cage also helped you out on one shot and everything, but how would you assess your performance and what you were able to do to contribute to the win?
I think I did pretty good tonight. There's definitely always some things that I can work on, but overall I did stop majority of the shots, so that's all I kind of care about, and I'm just glad our team won, so yeah.
I know that you were able to get a little bit of varsity playing time behind Rachel Moore last winter, but yet your numbers, in my mind, have been outstanding so far through the first 6 games. I asked Coach Arola during our Tuesday broadcast, and I'd like to ask you from a player's perspective, were you able to do some specific things during the off season to kind of help you out? Because again, it's been a great start of the senior year for you, in my mind.
I didn't really do much. I was just kind of recovering. I went through a lot of injuries last year, still kind of going through one. So it was just a lot of kind of recovery based and meeting with just a lot of people that can help me go through stuff. And I think a lot of my strengths this year is my mental game. I'm definitely more confident in my skills this year, and I think that's made me a better goalie.
Of course, you've been the goaltender of record in every game so far for the Alexandria Cardinals. The 2 losses that you and the team took were right away up at the Moorhead Youth Hockey Center. Do you find some benefit, Victoria, playing quality opposition like Maple Grove and the defending state champions from Hill Murray right away?
Yeah, so those were actually my favorite games of the season so far. I love that we got to be competitive and it just challenged me. And both those I exceeded my expectations for myself, and I think that was just a great opportunity to grow as a team and as players individually.
I'm sure you had a certain level of confidence coming into the season, but considering 2 teams that can really put a lot of pucks into the net, did coming off those 2 games build your confidence even more?
Yeah, they did. There was also a lot of people around me that supported me through it, and I think that also helped me build my confidence, and just like the support from the team and everything definitely helps.
We are getting together here with Victoria Myers from the Alexandria Cardinal hockey team. The Lady Cards get the victory by a final score of 3-1, and Alexandria has now won 4 consecutive games. Regarding tonight's effort, I know that St. Cloud kind of pounced on a turnover to get its goal in the first period, but nothing after that. How would you assess overall the defensive performance by your team in front of you?
I think there was a little bit of a scramble, but it was one little mistake, and I think we bounced back really well from it. Everybody makes mistakes, and that's just kind of a point of the game. And it just kind of didn't go in our favor. She did a good move, and it went in. So it was kind of just a bad bounce.
And she's a very good goal scorer. I believe that was her 5th goal of the year in game number 4. But your team hands St. Cloud its first loss of the year as the Crush started off at 3-0. From your perspective, Victoria, obviously teams like Wilmer and St. Cloud will also visit Alexandria later in the year, but is it kind of cool to go into their building and go home with a road victory?
It is, yes. Yep. So initially my goal was to get a shutout this evening. Sadly, it didn't work out, but it was still really cool to beat them. So.
You did get a shutout 2 nights earlier down at Wilmer, and you didn't see as much traffic that night. Can it be a little bit of a psychological grind when you're not seeing a whole lot of activity in front of the net?
100%, yeah, because if one lousy shot, or like even as a good goalie, it's really hard to track those bouncy shots and like those trickles just because you're used to those fast-paced shots. But yeah, it was definitely a mental grind against Wilmer, so yeah.
I know your team is going to be back on the ice a couple of days from now against Wayzata. interesting to note, I believe that will be the third Lake Conference school that you've played already. Maple Grove's a new member of the Lake Conference, and North Wright County, which includes St. Michael, Albertville, and Monticello, they also play in the Lake Conference. But do you get a kick out of playing, metro area teams like Wayzata and Maple Grove?
Yeah, it gets me really amped up because it's a new challenge and it's a new day, and it's also a new opportunity to grow and get better as a team and as individuals.
Victoria, I've got a couple of questions to wrap up our conversation here. Maybe not necessarily hockey related, maybe so, but I did receive some intel. You do something special. You have a blue headband that you wear. Are you able to share the significance of why that is part of your wardrobe, if you will?
Yeah, so, sorry, give me one sec. So, my brother is currently deployed in South Korea.
We do thank you and thank him for his service. And again, if this is emotional, feel free to let it out. There is not anything wrong with that. Obviously, that's a sign of love for your brother.
Yeah, so my brother is currently deployed in South Korea. He's been deployed since, I think, July, and he'll be deployed pretty much my entire senior year. And blue is the color of a family member in service that is currently deployed. So I wear blue in my hair every game to have him with me.
Excellent. We appreciate that. I know that was not an easy question to answer. So when's the next likelihood you will see your brother? Will that be after you graduate in the Little Eyes? With just 1 second left in the power play, Emma Basson would score her first goal of the year, and Anna Carenta and Brecklin Ellingson would get assists. Power play marker at 3:58 made it 2-1 for the Lady Cardinals. They carried that lead deep into the third period, and then Alexandria took a penalty, and St. Cloud went on a power play, but fortunately for Alexandria, Maya Dutton was able to intercept a pass, and she was able to play it all the way back to the other end as the net was open. St. Cloud was actually going 6 skaters on 4 for Alexandria, plus goaltender Victoria Myers, and Maya Dutton would get the insurance goal, a shorthanded empty net score at the 15:53 mark of the third period, and that would make the final Alexandria 3, St. Cloud 1. For the Cardinals in the third period, Alexandria put 14 shots on goal for a 3-period total of 36. St. Cloud had 4 shots on goal for a game total of 15. Victoria Myers, our post-game guest, would make 14 saves in goal, and then 33 saves for the St. Cloud goaltender Jordan Bovey. The last shot obviously went into an empty net, so that does not go against her average. She would make 33 saves on 35 Alexandria shots that she faced in this game. So special teams tonight, Alexandria was able to kill off St. Cloud's power play opportunity and score a shorthanded empty net goal, and the Lady Cardinals went 1 for 1 on their power play in this game. Time to make our announcement of the play of the game, brought to you by It Happened, because it happened fairly early in the game, less than 4 minutes into period number 2, when Emma Basson, the sophomore for Alexandria, scored her first goal of the year on a power play. Don't know if it's her first varsity goal. It may be, but I'll try to confirm with Coach Molly Arola on that. But the power play score ended up putting Alexandria in front 2-1, and the Cardinals would not yield the lead the rest of the night. So we'll make Emma Basson's goal our Culver's play of the game. Again, that's brought to you by Culver's Restaurant in Alexandria. Culver's, welcome to Delicious. Speaking of delicious, Alexandria has now stacked 4 consecutive victories together since the opening season losses up in Moorhead to Maple Grove and to the Hill Murray Pioneers. Alexandria now 2-0 in the CLC. The Lady Cardinals will step out of the conference on Saturday for a 2 o'clock game against the Wayzata Trojans, a game that we will have on our Leighton Media platforms on KXRA Radio with the live video streaming on the Voice of Alexandria streaming channel on YouTube. And JP, I know that Wayzata, pretty formidable competitor. I think the Trojans and the Cardinals have played each other a number of years now. I want to say maybe this would be at least the third consecutive year, maybe even more. But I think Molly Arola really relishes the opportunity for her girls to play against teams from a conference that has the schools of largest enrollments in the state. And Wayzata has the largest enrollment of any high school in the state. So you got to figure they have a pretty good group of girls hockey players there.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, playing these Metro teams that, they play high competition most of the season, and I think, Coach Molly wants to have that here for Alexandria, and they are. I mean, you play a team like Hill Murray, who they won state, 2 years ago, 3 years ago
Last year.
Last year, too, I guess. But they also won it a couple years ago, too, so obviously a really good team there in Hill Murray, so, and they stuck with them. So if you're Alexandria, you just want to, like Victoria said, you just want to take these games and learn from everything that happens and go out and try to win these games too. I think that this is a good enough team that they can win it. They have some things that they want to clean up. A lot of those turnovers, you don't want to have a lot of those against Metro teams like Wayzata and Hill Murray, but they've got the speed, they've got the strength, they've got the defense, the goaltending to beat these big time teams, and hopefully they can do it on Saturday.
So again, our broadcast will begin immediately following Swap Shop. Swap Shop will be shortened up to about 25 minutes or so on Saturday. So we'll wrap up Swap Shop at 1:30 and then head out to the Prime West Health Runestone Community Center for Alexandria Cardinal girls hockey coverage. The Jartner Motors pregame show will be on the air at approximately 1:30, and the play-by-play will follow at 2 o'clock. And then our last game before the Thanksgiving holiday will be next Tuesday night. More Alexandria girls hockey on the air when the Lady Cardinals make their annual visit to the Fergus Falls Community Arena to challenge the Otters. Those were the two teams that finished at the top of the Central Lakes Conference girls hockey standings last year. Alexandria's only loss in conference play last winter was at Fergus Falls. Still, Alexandria overcame that early season loss and came back to defeat Fergus Falls and run the table basically in the conference to go on to win the CLC championship. JP, it was great to be along with you tonight for the commentary. I know I always enjoy having you along doing the video work on our YouTube channel, but hope you enjoyed the double duty tonight. We can do that again in case Jeff James happens to be away, but we'll look forward to having you over at the rink on Saturday.
Appreciate it. I'm looking forward to that game, and I always like to talk some puck.
Very good. That's JP Boleen, who had a good memory or two during his time as an Alexandria Cardinal hockey player in this specific building, specifically, I believe, right at the end of February in the year 2018. Maybe we can wax nostalgic on that at a different time. But Alexandria's girls hockey team now has a 4-game win streak. The Lady Cardinals defeat the St. Cloud Crush 3-1. In boys hockey earlier tonight, the Bemidji Lumberjacks handed Alexandria a 3-0 loss. That was the season opener for the Jacks and the Cardinals. The Alexandria boys hockey team will be at Orono this coming Saturday. Our first broadcast of Alexandria boys hockey will be the Tuesday after Thanksgiving, December 2nd, when Alexandria hosts the St. Cloud Cathedral Crusaders at the Prime West Health Runestone Community Center with game time set for 7 o'clock. That will do it from the Granite City, where Alexandria's girls hockey team now has a 4-game win streak after the Lady Cardinals prevail over St. Cloud 3-1. Jackson has been our KXRA studio engineer. Our boosters of Alexandria Cardinal sports coverage help to bring you our live play-by-play tonight on our Leighton Media platforms. We also thank Jartner Motors for being the presenting sponsor of our post-game report. Thanks as well to Integrity Title of Alexandria for being our signature streaming sponsor of our live sports play-by-play on KXRA throughout the 2025-26 school year. For JP Boleen, this is DMAC Dave McClurg. Again, Alexandria prevails over St. Cloud in girls hockey 3-1. So long from St. Cloud's Municipal Athletic Complex.